What's up, guys? Welcome to another amazing episode of the thekisscapadespodcast. I have a very special guest with me today. And I'll just let him introduce himself.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll take it off from there. Bundle of energy over here, guys.
Yes, hey, and it's early in the morning, bruh. What? This guy made me wake up before even my erection did. That was how seriously he woke me up. That's how crazy he did.
That's what we do.
Seriously.
What a way to start your morning, though,
Exactly.
right?
Before the cock crows, in order to think with the right head. My men, my brothers, make sure you wake up before your erection. Quote said by SimonSays, and indeed I am a Kenyan YouTuber, and at the same time I'm a YouTuber who has actually turned into a lecturer, and I'm that YouTuber who says things that your mother wouldn't approve of, and I do things that probably put a shame to your father. That's probably me, and I'm wild and have a wiggly tongue, very moist, very lubricated, and my thoughts spew out, constipated.
Ladies.
And it's long.
Oh, Lord. What an intro, bro. What an intro.
Indeed, I have that down on pat.
SimonSays.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for showing up, bro.
Thanks for having me. This guy right here, first of all, you gotta appreciate him. Like, seriously, he's doing something very nice in the podcast scene here in Kenya. Because he's even inspired me to even want to start my own podcast, and I'm really, really happy that I met you. So yeah, you better give props to this guy. Leave a comment underneath of appreciation right now. Make sure give him his bouquet of flowers, give him his trophy, give him his pat on the back. But don't just slap on the back of the head.
Jeez, bro. People will start stalking me after that.
DM's gonna be on fire.
So here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I mean, let's just before we even get into the nitty details, how did you find out about the podcast?
Oh.
And should we wait for the crew first of all, or should we just go?
Let's just jump in. Let's just jump in it.
Because the funny thing is that all along, this guy thought I had a crew of people. I do shoot and do everything alone.
You do?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because even I shoot my videos alone. I do my videos alone. And even, you stupid. You funny. You funny.
I was waiting to get you on the podcast because, you know what? I've tried doing this with people and it's just like, it's exhausting. Because not everybody understands what a podcast is. Maybe they're used to something like TV, radio, but introducing people to something that's a bit different or new, it's not the easiest thing to do in Nairobi.
Yeah, especially like having people to come and join you in your conception, in your dream and everything. Yeah. It's also you have to be very patient.
Very patient.
I learned
people can
that.
Slow you down.
I learned that. Slow you down. Yeah, and the thing is, it now becomes people managing people.
Yeah.
Time.
And you just want to do your job. You just want to shoot a podcast.
Yes.
Bro. But now you have to wait for the camera guy. You have to wait for the sound guy.
Yeah.
You have to wait for your personal assistant. Oh, Lord.
You can lose hair all across. Your armpits will end up bare.
I've tried, but it just wasn't working for me.
I think it's best to actually do on yourself, and then you build up that leverage and that command.
You can
so that
just
when you
hire people.
When you come on board, you say I'm paying you to come on this side, because when you're starting, you have to do pro bono. You got to say, I cannot pay you, but can you please come and assist me?
Oh no, I was paying them.
Oh, you're paying them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's whoa, and then they should not come on time.
PA, personal assistant. I mean, listen, bro.
Okay, baller alert.
No. I'm just saying, because I thought, actually that's what would make people get more motivated.
Incentive.
Yeah, but it's not. Some people would rather go and work for a company that doesn't pay them and work maybe for somebody like me who's paying them.
They don't see a future. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They don't see the concept.
Exactly.
They don't see. They think.
I don't see like this. Is this a long-term thing? And the funny thing is because I apparently make things look just too easy.
Really?
Yes. Because if I'm doing this and somebody's looking at me, they'll be like,
he just has a mic and he spits his saliva in a microphone and he records it and he puts it out there.
What most people say, send me a list of all the gear that you have.
Where?
I will send you the link.
Listen, guys.
I will send you the link.
Listen, guys.
I will.
What I said in the beginning was actually true, and he should actually give you a breakdown of even how I came in. I was like, yo, this is a nice setup that you have. Yeah. Like, you can literally even start your own little radio station right here.
Exactly.
And the thing is, this requires time, energy, and even the effort that even you put in, and that you need to give its due respect. And the problem, I think maybe you can do this. Maybe I'll give a review of it and show people like when I come, this is how I set up. Like maybe a quick time lapse kind of thing.
I can do that.
That would be a very cool thing. That's something that can be done very fast, by the way.
Aye, listen.
Yeah.
So by tomorrow, it's done.
Bam.
It's done.
There it is.
So how did you?
Starting all this madness.
No.
What?
Not you. I'll go to you. How did you bump into my podcast, or what made you interested to reach out?
All right. What happened? I watched a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Foreign ones, like you mentioned, like some of the common ones that we watch. I watched Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah. Joe Rogan.
Brilliant idiots.
Yes.
He's on my idiot. Okay, anyway, so Brilliant Idiots,
Yeah.
Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz. Even I watch Fragrant too. And then now the thing is, I resonate with their mindset and everything. I resonate
for
with that.
sure.
And the reason I resonate with that is because even I've been put in scenarios where I would have been in like many of these mainstream radio stations.
Yeah.
It was just because of my wild erraticness that made them scared.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
This guy's a ticking time bomb, man.
Like you don't know what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing. So, and that made me like, okay, maybe I should start my own thing. Who in Kenya is doing it? I searched around. I'm like, oh, this guy. Oh, I think you did. I saw you first on the Africa YouTubers Facebook page.
Yeah.
And decided like, I decided to flip it and say, you know what, let me see who's posting here. And I decided to comment underneath that. I like this.
Yeah.
I watched a few. Okay, I like the vibe that he has. I like that he actually listens to his people and he's actually, the flow is very nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like the vibe with this guy. Let me reach out to him and see see how it's gonna be, because I kind of like want also to see someone who's actually doing it.
Yeah.
Want to even get the feel of what they're
just
doing.
share like,
Experiences. And it's important to do that. And even in any business which you're starting, like if you're starting a shoe business, you kind of want to see who's out there who's doing it. Get with them so you can actually see how to actually practically what's gonna happen. Like vitu kwa ground is different. Not
different. It's not easy, because I think people think it's just. I don't know who told people that just starting a podcast is easy, man. Because at times, like, you're off your mind, you just don't even want to talk to people, but you need to produce content for people.
Exactly, and even producing content in itself, it's actually value service that even many people even should give it respect, even what they do. Like even the many content creators out there, everybody nowadays is a content creator, from people who make stuff on TikTok, everybody nowadays posting a picture on IG, posting whatever on Facebook. Like nowadays every other kid wants to be a YouTuber. Like even my students want to be many YouTubers, of them want to be, YouTubers. So they come to me like even to learn the skills and the necessary things that they will need in order to do that. So that leads to a lot of people, even a lot of companies, even we were discussing previously for the lights, camera, and action, how companies may view that as okay, so there are a lot of people willing to do something or even post something for me for free. Yeah. And who are you that you should charge me? That thing. And even like, what do you feel about that yourself?
I say it's very easy. Fuck you, pay me.
Now here's the thing. Here's what I like to. Let me break it down. Okay, let me just do this. Yeah. How to get companies to, in order to see your value and put it in a monetary way. So they approached you. Yep. If they approach you, you have all the leverage. Remember that. Yeah. All right? You guys, when you approach a girl, the girl has the leverage to say no. Yep. But when the girl approaches you, it's a different flip now. Yeah. All right? Remember that. So now, when they approach you, you have all the leverage. And when you have all the leverage, you have to now make sure, as you take the end of that cake, hey, how you doing, boss? Sorry, I said I do. So, each other from way back from the TV show. That's, what's his name? Who? That guy with the suit. I forgot his name.
I haven't seen his face.
I haven't seen his face. So the unknown guy I said hi to.
Maybe it's coming here.
No, he won't come by. But he knows me from what. So anyway, the main thing is, what I was saying is, reiterate that, is that when you have a company approaches you, you have all the leverage to discuss the ways in which you are to work with them. First things first. Right? Yes. One thing is, seek to add value. Yep. Ask them. So, for example, I want you own maybe a denim coat company and everything. Very good. All right. So it's big, number 2 in Kenya, next to G denim jeans or something like that. All right. So now you approach, hey Simon, I like your content in Nini. All right, cool then. My first question should be, is it okay? What would you like from me? What would you like from me? Ask more questions. You control the conversation.
Yeah.
When you ask questions, you control the conversation. That's very key.
I understand.
So now when you ask the questions and ask, okay, so what would you want from me? Okay, now what would you, and don't go in the nitty-gritties of like what you're supposed to do is, what's your dream about this?
Yeah.
What do you want?
What do you want? Have you gone to these boardrooms?
Yeah.
Talk to these idiots.
Yes, and it's crazy.
Talk to these idiots.
What do you get? I want to know from your experience. What happened?
come on.
What happened?
Like they first of all, I mean,
They go straight to how much?
not even how much.
Yeah.
They don't even know what they want. Let's start with that.
Oh,
Plus, they do not want to spend, but they've called you.
okay. They don't know
I
what they want.
turned down, like, I can say for sure, like last year, I turned down at least 45 to 50 gigs.
Why did you turn it down?
Because they were just joking. With the
What's
payment,
joking?
Like free, either they want something for free,
Oh.
or they just like
Break it down.
really undervalue like what you're
Alright,
doing.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Undervalue. Now the thing is, who said their price first? Who said the price? You said the price. Did you say?
I have a rate card.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's the thing. Slow
yeah,
down for a second.
yeah.
That record you could even get way more than you're actually thinking.
for sure.
Now here's what you can do.
Yeah.
Before even when they come the price, what you ask them is, so with this, you're hoping to get what? New customers, right?
Yeah.
You're hoping to get new customers to buy new denim coats.
Yeah.
So with this new customers, they're getting new denim coats, which now that's using whatever it is, my podcast, your podcast,
For
right?
sure.
So now, with this, you get new customers, hence you get new purchases. Like one denim coat is
Bruh,
like maybe $100.
Listen. Let me stop you there.
They will stop you right there.
No. Let me stop you.
You see where I'm
Let
going,
me
right?
stop- I
You
know
see-
where you're going. And that's not how they think. That's not how they think.
But break it down.
People will spend money on the things they see value in. They
Yeah.
just don't see value in digital. They do not, because otherwise, some of the top YouTubers in Kenya would be like,
Millionaires.
of course, let's just start with that. They could have been like, and it's easy because they're providing so much value. Look at online. Everybody's holding a product, a brand, or talking about a service.
But I think you need to show them in
But-
their language.
No. But bro, it's the whole country now. Even people in shags
Yeah.
are doing influencer work, but they're not
true.
getting paid.
Yes, I think it's the for companies.
Yeah.
Like for me, like what I kind of like doing is, I know that the problem. We know the problem. We always talk about that problem.
Yeah.
How can we get to the solution where we can actually reach that point? Not changing their mind,
Yeah.
but talking a language that they can understand and see the value.
I've tried like listening to like even people on YouTube like just tell me like this is how you explain the price breakdown to a client. Like they want a 30-second video. This is how much they pay. So in fact, for me, I just stopped bothering so many companies, and I just narrowed down to a few people who
That you want to work with.
that understand what I do for them.
But if they approach you, always remember that you have the leverage and you can actually milk them for whatever.
Bruh,
If they
I wish I can talk about some things, but I do not want to be blacklisted.
But I know, but,
So
but
for
I know
now,
what you mean.
I can
but
just
know
hold
what
my
you mean.
tongue.
But I know what you mean. But I
'Cause
know what you mean. It's
Whether they
a,
approach you or not,
like just
it's
post it for free.
It's just like Kenya is so tricky, and I know I can only imagine for young people who haven't discovered how they should maneuver around this, the kind of headache they must be going through.
What do you
That's
think
why
they
the
should do? What do you think they should do?
Depression.
What do you think they should do now? Let's move on. Like we know the problem, okay?
Yeah.
That problem is everybody. These guys know the problem. Like even
Yeah.
you guys know the problem.
Yeah.
How should you now, like let's say, move on to like towards the solution? What do you think?
Don't
is
do anything for free.
Don't do anything for free.
Yeah, okay, not anything. There's some that actually might make sense, right? Maybe get like a chauffeur company that's saying like, yo, bro, every time you're going somewhere, we're providing a Benz to take you there.
That's all right.
Bro, that's like, it makes just perfect sense.
Uh-huh.
But don't be like
Quick to
on
take
social
a
media.
freebie.
Yeah, posting so many things just for
Don't be a cheap prostitute.
exactly. Like don't keep people coming to your page. They don't even see your personality anymore. It's just
Yeah.
a fucking billboard.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, yeah. There's that.
Yeah. Plus, they just don't even see you anymore. Like for you, I go to your page, I see Simon
Yeah,
Says.
I keep it raw. Like even
don't see you
I've worked
holding-
with I've worked with like a forex companies.
Yeah.
I've worked with I work with those.
Yeah.
I don't work with like Suji promote my no. I work with money companies.
You
so I
see?
worked with a forex company,
See?
and they pay me well. I'm good.
Yeah.
And they just wanted me to like make how to make money in forex in Kenya.
How to videos.
Yes,
Right?
I did that, but I did it with my own madness.
Yeah.
Like even like of course if you know my madness, where my it's like
I've
it's like
seen-
raw
I've seen
sex.
a
You
couple
feel
of
it.
videos and I was like, I know for sure. It's just like,
Guy.
This Simon guy and who's the other guy?
Who?
Who's the other guy who's super hype?
Who's Charlie?
Charlie.
Karome.
This
Me and
guy-
him are very.
I was
we get
like,
confused.
these guys are doing cocaine.
We get confused.
That's the only explanation. I was like, they do cocaine. Like, why?
We're high on life.
How do you wake up? But that's just personality.
I actually
That's
consider
inborn.
Charlie like my media brother because me and him have we met on KTN the presenter too.
I'm so surprised that you're not like on TV or radio.
Oh, I was on TV and radio.
You were?
Yes,
Oh, and then you moved.
I was on Ebru TV.
Yeah.
And
You were working there?
I was a TV presenter. I had my own show. It was
What?
called According to Simon. Lasted 1 season,
Oh,
and I had to
hold on.
apologize to Charlie
Hold on,
and
hold on.
Chris Kurubi.
Hold on.
Yes.
So you see where I'm going with
Yes.
this? Yeah. Why did you leave?
Because management and they had a whole. I wanted so many things. Like, okay, now season 1 we did it your way. Now can we change these things? Then management had an issue, and now you can see the way Ebru TV is going.
This guy's just running his mouth. Where's it going?
See, it's not going in a good direction.
It's not?
Everybody's going. Hey, Joe, can you see? It's
I
not
mean,
going in
I've
a good
seen
direction.
some shows like, switching presenters like every other day. So
Yeah, that's the thing. You can see which stations are picking, and like Switch TV is picking up okay because
Yeah.
a lot of people are from literally from Ebru going to Switch. A lot of personnel.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
personnel.
Yeah, no,
A
true.
lot of personnel. Yeah, like literally even as I go to Switch, oh my god, I feel like I'm Ebru again because everybody's like there. And yeah, I mean,
Do you think you would be
Good.
leaning towards mainstream again, or do you prefer just
if
being like-
you will see me on like this year, 2020.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
It's
Happy New
2020.
Year. Yeah.
And do you have 2020 vision?
I'm not really. I mean, my vision is just to grow from what I was last year.
Oh,
And that's what I normally just do every year. I just try not to put so much pressure because I just look at the things that I've achieved last year and I'm like, yo, I achieved so much. So this year, let's just take it a notch.
That's your
high.
resolution.
And I start with my rate card, yes.
Oh, start with the rate card.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I mean, like you're upping even the rate card.
Yeah.
When you say your rate card, in the sense that what's okay? Let me do a business guy. Let's break
Yeah.
it down, okay?
Let's do
Now
this.
you have a rate card, okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here I am, the business guy. I'm be the devil's advocate.
Wait.
Are you ready? So now
Yes.
you tell me that you can bring business to me.
Yeah.
Kwa
No.
nini wewe? Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm bringing business to you.
Sasa unanicharge
That's-
hizi dote 10k.
Yeah.
Kijana.
I will give you
What?
more visibility.
Visibility na wewe umevaa hizi mashisha.
And that's what I'm saying.
Kwani
That's the
huwezi
bullshit
ona?
you have to deal with.
No, I
because-
mean like now being practical, like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep on role playing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how can you visibility na wezi ona ni nini? What's up?
By the way, I know. And that's where at times you just get a headache and I'm like, yo, you know what, bro? Let me stick to the clients. And the funny thing is,
Yes.
once I got like the specific clients that I work with,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way I was able to start buying gear, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I started moving around comfortably, doing so many things for myself. There's a time I was working for so many companies and so many people, and I couldn't afford shit, bro.
I know. See, I know what you mean.
Like it made no sense. And you go everywhere, like everywhere people know you because you're
That's the problem.
attached to this brand, this person. But you can't even like have
You have
like,
nothing to show for
you
it.
don't even have like money for Uber to go home or something.
Or even rent.
It was bruh. It was horrible.
I know.
It was a nightmare.
It's even worse.
And that's why, uh-huh.
It's even. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's even even I can relate. It's even worse. Let me even say it. Like when I was on TV, it's very bad. It's like very bad pay. Very bad pay. Like I won't lie. Like let me even say it. I'm not even scared of like
Say
money,
it.
whatever. Let me say it. Let me even say it. Because Simon says it. Like I remember when I joined Ebru, I refused to pay me. I said I won't even sign it. I won't even sign the contract because I was offered only 10k per month.
You're lying.
I am
That's
not
a
lying.
lie.
I am not lying. I am not lying. I was offered 10k per month. I said I wouldn't sign it for 8
That's a
months.
lie because
No, it's true. I was
that's
offered.
what the
I
law.
can-
That's what the law is saying. Don't pay house helps below 10 G, right? Am I lying?
True. And you think I'm lying?
10.
There are people who are on your TV screens. People
Doing for free.
who are doing it for free, or even doing it for something small, like even 5Gs. People take
I've been
notes.
telling guys.
There are people on your TV screens that you see every single day that you are being paid 5Gs or even just for free, and they are on your mainstream TV shows. And I'm
How-
talking about the KTNs, the NTVs, those ones.
I'm
Even
glad.
the
I'm
Ebus,
glad
you
you
actually
said
didn't
it
say it.
because there's some
Like,
people
seriously.
got, like they couldn't even say it because it was like they just don't even know how.
And that's
they're
the
supposed
truth.
to explain to people who are looking up to them.
And that's the truth.
Man.
And that's the truth. And that's why even I said, am I in
They
such
offered
a
you
hurry?
10.
Yeah, it was 10 G's, and I did it for I said for 8. I said cool, I'm easy, but I had it.
You didn't go like me.
No, what I did was I didn't sign. So I say,
Oh yeah, 'cause
I didn't
you
sign.
now,
I didn't
you're
sign.
supposed
I
to
didn't sign.
commit to
I didn't
probably-
sign. And I said even you don't have to pay me. But I think when they had a change of management, they kind of there was it 6 months in.
They had to
forced me
make
to sign.
people to sign.
They had to make me sign by force. There was like personnel change or something. They made me sign.
Like you can't be working here if you haven't signed any.
They even came with the bosses. Everybody came to my show.
Like, yo, bro, you need
Like
to
I'm a
sign.
very stubborn prick.
Yeah.
Shout out to my girl, she would know. So like that that made me so it's cause I signed that, but it was just 10. I never got a penny more.
Bro, that's ridiculous.
Like right
man.
now it was that.
That's painful.
That's
painful.
Well, I found my value in this way. I was using that. I found my value. I knew what I was doing. I said season 2 I don't have to. What I know is that my value is not in how much you pay me. My value is in like how much I know how much value I'll do. And I knew how many my numbers were between 200,000 to 250 people watching my show. This is Saturday at 8:30, according to Simon Devon. It was very corny. I honestly, let me not tell you, I did not like the show because I felt like there's something about my SimonSays that's not coming out.
You can't
it's
do
not coming out.
You can't do 100% Simon
I feel
Says.
like, I would feel like I was only doing missionary position and I want to do doggy, wheelbarrow, other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not orgasming from this.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Trust me, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wanted like, every single time my producer would be like, "Hey, that was a good job." I'm like, yeah.
But you're still not feeling it. And as a creative, that's the most frustrating
And I said,
thing.
season 2, let's make these changes. Let's try. And I understand. You have to remember that it's also their money, so they get their say. You also have to know your place. You know what I mean?
For 10,000, I should be able to take my pants off
Yeah,
and run around the studio. Bruh. I should be able to fully express myself.
But I'm easy. It's okay that ended right there.
Man,
like
but
I have
that's just crazy and disappointing, man, to hear that. And you see, that's why But you see, you're a very positive person. But you see the frustration that I keep telling you. How would you explain to this old man who's still going back to your whole concept?
Okay, let's go.
You want more than 10,000
Yes,
kijana.
how am I?
Ya nini?
Okay, so
Kwa nini?
Kwa nini? Because one, I was doing everything.
No, hold on. Oh yeah, huh?
I was now going to do it on the language that they can understand, workload. They can understand workload.
Yeah.
That's a language that they can understand.
And I want to use exactly the same concept you're explaining to me.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay.
Go
They can
on.
understand workload, so I can break it down on that. And then when they understand workload, then they can see that, okay, fine. Then what would you want from me? What would you want from me? What value are you getting from me having me being on air? Like you're looking for ads. You're looking for money. You're looking for revenue. All right. Now, based on this ads and revenue, I'm your wheelbarrow. You're just pushing me along your facility. I'm the little wheelbarrow. You're just adding on manure, and you've added on so much manure. I really need a new upgrade. Can you facilitate that so that I can be in a position to get you what you want? Can you do that? Now, what you do is don't state like statements. Ask questions. So that now you control it's like, okay, but we're not willing to pay
Understand?
you. But then now they have.
Let me jump in quickly. Sorry to interrupt you.
Jump in.
So
come on in.
why couldn't you convince these bosses that you are worth more than 10 G's?
No. Oh, I just did not even bother. I did not convince. I don't even bother convincing because I didn't feel like passionate about the show. I didn't bother.
But when you got there, weren't you passionate?
I was passionate to see how this is gonna go. Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. They reached out to me, by the way.
But listen, what if somebody was giving you 150 to 200?
Yeah. Is for what?
For that same show.
For that same show, that means I would have more to work with. That means now more pressure on me to actually get the job done.
To create content, like
facilitate,
proper
content in order to get. That's primarily what like money as an incentive.
And to be honest, like you're more that or more.
Yeah, that's
to be
true.
honest, because just
true.
look at the kind of stuff that you do. Online.
That's true. That's true.
To be honest,
not to mention, I was scripting myself. I was making sure my producers it doesn't come drunk. I was making sure that I was making sure that we start the show on time.
Get people fired and other people get raises, bro.
We friends, we family. I thought that's family. You know, my buddies and
drink if you must.
Where? Not on my show. Where? Not on my show. And my producers will tell you, you come to drunk on my show, I tell you to go back home very fast.
But,
like I told them
but think about it.
Like I told you, get back home. What are you doing?
And also explain this to somebody else. Now imagine you are getting that, right? Mm-hmm. You're like the face of the show and everything.
Not like I am. It's even my name is on the show.
Oh yeah, man. First of all, it's just way too much.
I was only 3 people. Me, Victoria Dubadiri, and JKL were the only 3 people who had their names on the show.
Shit. Okay, then look at it this way.
Nobody knew.
Apart from that, that's what they're giving you, right? Mm-hmm. How much do you think that crew person, for him to come drunk, how much do you think he's getting paid?
Oh, I'm sure from him, he was nobody, because what they do is they stretch you thin. I know the minimum the guys were being paid was like 20, 25 best there. Like it literally, that's like entry level small. That's literally what they were being paid. Like I know it was around that. Like when you enter, if you want to do media and stuff as a reporter and everything, your entry level will practically be a net of like around that area. And then as you grow and progress, as they see you, depending on how you maneuver your way around, that's when you go. Like even primarily is like, even the more quote unquote popular you are and stuff, the more eyeballs you can give me, the more you can get. That's literally what it is. It's just a game of eyeballs and all that stuff. That's why Nairobi Diaries is still playing. I actually did not even know Nairobi Diaries was still. I think so, yeah, because I was someone that talked about me yesterday. Like seriously.
Where?
On K24, if I'm not wrong.
Didn't they all say they were not getting paid from the show?
Yeah, they were not. See, of course, they're gonna be underwhelmed. Like, you're just here. I can get another crazy of you.
Ah, man.
And
you see, that's what I'm saying. As creatives, whatever you're doing, we have to stop doing that shit for free. We have to collectively. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how much you're bringing into it. Like, you can't just, because you have transport to go.
Yeah. Let me cut to the core of that.
And first of all, Nairobi Diaries,
it's good. It's good.
No. If you're a chick, somebody might scratch you, somebody might punch you. There's so much psychological and physical damage going on in that show. If you're not getting compensated, bro,
you need therapy.
No way.
Key thing is this: when you say rally, Kenyans are very good at typing and not coming out to the streets and being practical with it. Here's the truth of that, and the reason why I say that is the reason why even basic things like corruption. I've made videos about corruption. I've done so many things about whatever. I've done very provocative things. I even said Uhuru has corruption eyes, Raila has a menopause face. Those things I've said.
Wow. I mean, I'm not saying that. He's saying it.
These are
like
things.
I say,
no, these are things that
I don't want to disappear.
These are not libel.
Until I get that jackpot. Until I get that, I will talk so much.
This is not libel. Yeah. This is not libel. I know what I'm doing.
No.
But the thing is the idea is that that I don't know if we Kenyans actually have the inner grit to actually say, no, we're done, and we need to actually do something about it. We have a big bundle of complacency within our spirits, and that leads to us like being very lagging, not only on time, not only on doing things like getting work done on specific. You would notice that this is the thing. Even registration of voting, you would notice our tendencies. It's in our. Then when it comes,
and you know what's going to happen with voting, because these guys already know. Young people have said we're not voting.
So we said that.
Young people have
Who said that?
A lot of young people.
Why?
Hey, we'll ask them online. Why aren't you young people
forget
going to vote?
Yeah, we leave the comment underneath, but at the same time, why would you not vote?
I haven't voted for the past 2 terms. I haven't.
Why is that so?
I'm just not interested in Kenyan politics. It's going nowhere. Because who am I voting for? Who's the next best candidate? It's a lose-lose for me.
Okay, for me, I voted for a Ekuru Court.
For?
Ekuru Court.
What's that?
That's
What's that?
Dude, what's that?
Wait. Say it again.
Ekuru Court.
What is that?
Well, that is an endangered species.
He is running for
president. And
For the last time?
Yeah, and I actually went down to my ward, and I was actually able to see that my vote was counted. I was the only person in my
Yeah,
whole.
I'm sure he's cute. It was only you, right?
It was only me. I was able to go. There was a portal set up, and I was able to look at the portal and go down to my ward and myself count all that stuff, and I was able to see I was the only one vote for a Kuro court. And the reason I did that is I did not want any of the primary two candidates.
Oh yeah.
That's
Okay,
that.
okay.
And
Makes sense.
the idea. My
But you
parents.
see what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose anyway. Because yes, you have showed an initiation, but still, he wasn't gonna get it, right?
Action is important.
I understand.
Yeah,
But, you know,
action is important.
We're still in Kenya, though.
Yeah.
We're still in Kenya, though.
So you
see.
would not dare to vote in 2022.
I mean, who am I voting for?
But at the same time, I think it's too prematurely to even think about that. For me, anybody who's talking
It's
about
a waste of fucking time.
Why do you think
Because
so?
we have like this system. We're running like it's almost like something that we can't really control because they've already planned what they're gonna do, and we already know what the results are gonna be. So what's the point?
Have you given up on Kenya?
A long time ago, bro.
Are you?
A long time ago. A long time ago. All the time I keep asking people, why do you keep coming back to this country? But I understand there are so many other things, but okay. Perfect example.
Go ahead.
How many companies were shut down last year? How many people were fired from companies?
A
companies shut
lot
down?
of people are laid off.
Where is the economy going? Unemployment rate. I saw guys like the other 2-3 weeks ago with their graduation gowns taking pictures and everything, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Do these people
little-
understand?
My brother also graduated. Congratulations to him. Welcome to unemployment. I hear that sounds
Funny
good.
thing is, they don't understand. Like most of them, like they've had so much fun in school that they don't even understand what they're about to face. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I see what you're saying. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And here's what the hope I have in Kenya, because I'm a very optimistic, twisted kind of person. Because everybody loves painting the picture of doom. I'm the other person. Now here's the thing.
Paint a bright
so
picture,
much
please.
so much unemployment leads to so much ingenuity and a whole bunch of entrepreneurs that are coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what happens. In the next 10 or so years, when we're 40, me and you, and we'll be controlling like now a lot of things, what happens is the people who are on the foreground to actually now begin are the people who will actually be in those positions. Like right now is the entrepreneur phase, and what will happen is a lot of little businesses will come up. Then our kids will be the ones who'll be printing out CVs again and resumes and other profiles, because we have now a whole bunch of institutions.
Yeah.
We went through a whole bunch
And
of things. Our
companies.
parents had just print out a CV and go to a job because they were job opportunities. There were so many open sector, because now then there were so many open slates within government, private sector, and so many other things. So that was a phase. It's like maybe a 20-year bracket or something like that. Then in our phase, what's gonna happen is we are the guys now we're supposed to see. Our parents filled up all the slots, they're clogged until like they die off.
Wow.
Or retire.
Wow.
But the main thing is, what's gonna happen now, right now, is us. We have to be a little bit ingenious in our creative thinking. We have to actually now come up with our own things. That's even say creators. Nobody wants to invest in just creativity alone. You also have to build something on that.
You have to.
Yeah, because now what happens is
Invest in yourself.
Yes,
Invest in yourself.
exactly. A key thing is when a business guy is looking at you, what am I investing in? What is it pragmatically? Is it you're making these glasses? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, for me now, okay, now going on this selfish thing, I have hoodies, I've that I've even printed out there, people actually wearing. Sorry, I was not even wearing my hoodie because I'm about to go for a meeting.
Should have.
All my hoodies were stolen, by the way. Hey, people have stolen my hoodies.
Where?
They see me wearing a hoodie. Get it off you.
Yeah.
Get it off you.
Can I just
right
try
now,
it
right
on?
now.
Let me take a picture.
Yeah,
of it or something.
here's your 2G, here's your 25. Yeah, Shika, buy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I have no hoodie.
But it's good, at least you have. Okay, we'll go to the
Yeah,
YouTube
and there's
thing.
that, and at the same time, even like for example, I've done events. I have made events of my brand to show the power I have to actually bring people to a place they pay to enter, and they come in all of me. And then I've made a brand underneath SimonSays brand. And it was Miss Githunguri, that is. Miss Githunguri, I've made it all underneath me.
Yeah,
It's
I think
very
you
well
sent me
respected.
an invite for that, right?
Yeah. It's all under my brand.
So that's you.
That's all under my brand. And that particular brand is more popular and established more than
But
in
you
some places
understand
more
this
than
is
me.
something that the government is supposed to do, yet it's SimonSays who comes and actually...
And I did that. and it's registered in the government. It's mine.
Yeah.
And it's registered. Everything is like registered.
But you
It's
see what I'm
serious
talking
structure.
about? Like those are some of the things that the government should have been able to like just. Okay, this.
But I say, here's the thing. I do not want the government to even get up in my business. Like, what the heck?
No.
What do you
I'm
mean?
just saying, before even thought of that.
Yeah, the government should have been able to.
Should have been like, yo, okay, we have this and this. Put some money on this.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
Also, sponsors is a crazy thing. Let's talk. Can we divulge a little bit in this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool then.
Yeah.
When I was organizing the event, the Miss Githunguri event, I had to I approached several sponsors and everything. I even tell you, this is where somewhere going in this. Guys are hard. Like, I decided to go local, the local company, within Githunguri, which is in Kiambu County. The biggest brand there is called Fresh. It's a milk company, a yogurt and everything. I was like, you guys structural, you want to use to appeal. Nice proposal. They're even happy and everything. Nada. I even said there's a way that you can use Miss Githunguri to advertise the yogurt products. Even just do one.
Why didn't you use that theory that you've been telling me all along?
Which one?
That what you guys want to achieve.
That's now the thing is,
Well,
I can help you. I've even done that. They don't even have a social media presence,
they
period.
do. That's what I'm saying. Understand, and somebody came. Don't forget what you're saying. Sorry to cut you.
All right,
so don't forget.
Okay, wait.
I think who was this? We are talking about sponsors, so don't forget that.
Sponsors.
Somebody was telling me how there's so many people who have so much money in Kenya, but they do not choose to invest in anything that they see that's upcoming.
Hoarding.
They'd rather just keep the money in their banks.
I know that comes from.
And that's what everyone with money is just doing. But in other countries, see, somebody would see an opportunity. Okay, let's sign a contract,
into it.
Sponsoring or partnering with you, ABC. That's where Shark Tank and all these people work. I like your project more than I like you. Why don't I take 75% of your company? Because I see so much potential that. But I'd rather somebody who's telling you that, because he'll tell you what, take a seat back, have your 25%. We're giving you this, and this. Every end of the month, we'll take care of them. Let us handle all the big problems that you might not be able to handle.
Yeah,
but in Kenya, no, everybody has to go their own way out, struggle. And for me, that's why I try, and even interns, I try and pay, because I don't want to be that person who's growing with that same mentality of just holding on into I've worked so hard for this money, I do not want to share it with anyone. No, if you can get this job done, come in, let me pay you this, make this work for me.
That's true. I mean, and I know the core thing I think about that is us, we Kenyans, even in general, we are afraid of poverty. So when you get it, you think that giving or even do whatever is a loss, and then now you're gonna and you're subliminally scared of that, and so that's why even the thought of even giving out something, it may feel like a waste of money, whatever, and it may feel like we are scared of poverty to the core. And that's the core thing about even why your fathers and the older people may not want to invest, because they are genuinely scared of poverty, and they don't. That's the thing. They thinking that, why am I giving this money for free? Yeah. And unless now you have someone who, for example, it's true. That's comes from insecurity.
Sorry to cut you off again. Remember, you're still going to sponsorship, right?
Yeah, I'm still going in there.
Going back to.
I'm good. I'm awake.
Yeah. Huh? And that's why you can see a fucking billionaire seeing Kipchoge's potential. From way
back
across the ocean, and they're like, you know what, I want to invest in this guy.
Yeah,
I see what he can do.
Not a Kenyan.
I shot a long distance documentary in Eldoret 2 years ago for a guy who's coming from Saudi Arabia.
Really?
He was selling it to Netflix.
Whoa.
Yep.
And I hope you got your cut in that.
Now listen, I signed off the rights and everything, because no, here's the thing.
Yeah, but that's
when he caught me at a very
down place.
Yeah, I really needed the money.
Why not? Yeah. And
I was just this guy is, the check he's giving me up front.
It's good.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Because it was going to last me 8-9 months proper. I could even just chill, pay rent, and just buy gear, Fashion Nova online, all those things.
Yeah.
For 8 freaking months. It was a good check. And I learned so much from it. Because I was just why is he so intrigued with what our runners are doing? Went, saw what they were having for breakfast, interviewed the the ones who used to get like so much money, and now like they have like tea shops like in Eldoret. Somebody blew. How much did this person blew? There's this lady, I can't remember the name. She blew $1 million in Eldoret.
She blew it. Like
Long
she just,
distance runner.
Really?
Yeah. And she had like actually she's
Is it
gotten like,
Vivian?
it's actually like 2 million if I'm not wrong.
Really? Shillings?
$2 million.
Dollars? Oh, shoot.
I'm not saying about million shillings.
Oh, it's because shillings, I'm like, okay. But dollars, wow.
Yep.
That's-
And most of them have like management from like UK and everything.
And
They
I
do
would
not have-
too.
They don't have like no.
I mean, like,
But
for
that's
me,
the thing.
Yeah.
Like, we see these guys, they're always here running up and down Langata Road.
We ignore them.
We ignore them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are they supposed to do when somebody sees like, oh, I know Kenyan guys are good runners, altitude and everything, they train, they can go to Eldoret, train, and say like, well, what? Let me invest $2,000 in this person. Only.
Yeah.
Bruh, by the end of the year,
Yeah.
that guy's run.
Hey,
Listen,
boss.
I met people, what's the name of this chick? She's on my Instagram. This chick had won like a Monaco marathon, a Paris marathon, something
And you know
in,
they get banked for
something in
this.
Japan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I was telling her about like, Instagram and everything, how like, just for even product placement, like people like Nike, if they see you like just posting and you're active, she was like, she's like, I don't do those social media things.
Yeah, because
And I was just like,
she's from Morocco. It's like, no, or even you could just tell her, let me do this for you.
I did that, bro.
And then, how'd that go?
She just said like she's not interested.
Or did she say, then, wait, have you guys maintained communication?
I tried,
And
but I
then-
don't even think she uses WhatsApp.
But I've learned the art of like,
I
don't
was
convince the
so-
unconvincible. Don't
Bro.
convince the unconvincible because that's going to be hard.
She's a freaking world champ, bro. Like you throw her in like a marathon.
She's
She
gonna win
wins. Standard.
Wow.
Like you see her medals and where she's won, and you see like her Google pictures always on the finish line. And
I
just
think our
like,
Kenyan athletes should be earning way more than they actually are.
the managers, like now we're saying the managers who overseas, they get a big chunk. Cause
That's why they want to manage a Kenyan athlete. That's
and
the
okay,
truth.
I don't want to put this out because those
Say
people
it.
are still supposed to call me for a job. but there are people who actually pay. You see, like the way people pay bonfire to go and travel to other countries. There's a group from UK, a company that brings people in as tourists to come and see how Kenyan runners
Run.
eat.
Every
and
single
they
thing.
get to run with them in the morning and interact with them, and then they're flown back in the UK.
So they can.
And they pay like, I think it was 4,000 or 5,000 pounds.
Wow, that's a good chunk of
just
money.
for a week.
Wow.
You come chill with the athletes and everything.
Wait,
And
whoa. Wow.
yes, they just come
That's
to
a
come
big
hang out.
thing.
They come
Just hang out with them, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
race
like,
and
do you know how
interact
big
with
that
them,
is?
and they bounce back to their countries. But I don't want to say how much the athletes are being paid back.
Yeah,
but
because
you
that's
could
the
just
thing.
see.
Because the athletes
just
are
see.
the traction. Without them, there's no this.
Yeah,
And
bruh.
we've not put ourselves in a place where they are branded in a way that they can actually give leverage. Like right now, Rudisha should still be a big ass name and not should be just be pushed up this Yego. Where is he? There should be a Yego
Bro.
academy for throwers.
Javelin for throw. It starts with throwing, though. It starts with throwing. You have
Exactly.
to throw
Like right
something.
now, there should be a Julius Yego academy for javelin, and there should be something like
But you
that.
see, all these things we're talking about, Simon, it still takes me back to trying to explain. You want to tell me, like, the government or these people in these positions don't know the potential of these people? Or if you try and explain to them, do you think it's going to hit home? You're trying to tell them, like, yo, guys, imagine if you invest this and this. You can actually make more than this money that you're eating.
I
Guys
think-
are being sent sneakers. Guys are hiding the sneakers and taking
Wow.
them to their homes. Yeah, you didn't hear about that controversy? Nike sending sneakers
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
there's
and then
that.
there's a guy like hogging on the shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many pairs of shoes can you wear, bro?
What I know is when it comes to like the government, there's a lot of cutbacks that happen and there's a lot of shortcuts that happen. So hence there's a lot of even people who are traditional, like this is the way we've been doing it. Why are you coming to adjust and change things up and ruin things for us?
But you can
Change
use your theory.
Yes, exactly. Now,
Where do you see yourself in 2 years?
no,
They laugh at you in that boardroom.
not even what do you see yourself in 2 years? What do you want for athletes? Do you want the athletes to be branded? Because now the key
Why
thing
they
is,
don't care,
do you
bro?
know like our athletes are like the big names? Like for example, do you watch You watch? What do you watch? You watch a lot of UK's football, or you watch
I don't
American
soccer,
sports? You don't watch any sports?
I watch UFC.
UFC.
Idris Adesanya.
Okay, now
and all those other
I'm
guys.
trying to see another. Okay, like for example, Idris.
Because my time, I do like just I can only watch things that have like 10 minutes.
Let's say Idris, for example. All right, cool then. Idris now, if someone was to go and train and see him, for example, and then just for that in itself, if he goes out of his way just being kind, it should be even like it's a big thing.
Bruh.
It's a big thing. Now that's the same way our athlete. The reason why is that guy's been branded by that sporting. First of all, the sport itself. For example, why are we not seeing kids who stay around this area, around Langata area, or even around this area, going out in academies for athletics to run? Because the only athletics that you actually see who are serious are in rural Kenya.
Bruh.
That's in the truth.
Have you been to E10?
E10, no. Well, what's up?
Like that's where the high altitude and everything. That's where like people wake up in the morning, and the same way like you can see people in a bus stop and everything.
Yeah.
They wake up, I think it's twice or 3 times a week. Like they meet at a certain corner, and then they just do like these power jogs for like I think an hour. And these are guys who are like, some haven't qualified for anything, but when you see them, bro, like you might just start crying because it's like a freaking gold mine just running. Because they are naturally like talented and advantaged because of their environment and even the people around them, just the influence that they have around them. People just wake up, meet up, and just go jog.
Yeah,
they go jog.
And even if the Kenyan government really did take care of its athletes, trust you me, sporting would be actually very lucrative in Kenya. And even from let me also even now go back to the sponsorship story.
Yes,
because
please.
now I've done several events and I'm now speaking from a practical way, okay? Let me speak as a person who has done some things. And now, first of all, I've done the Miss Githunguri, then I've done another charity event where I did a football tournament, I did a football game. I did it. The local MCA would not even remove even 2,500 shillings.
Listen, the next time you're doing something like that, just call me up. The thekisscapadespodcast.
Nothing.
I'll do something for.
Like that's not even 2,000. Like I went in debt. First of all, I went in debt for the Miss Githunguri because it cost me around 250k.
Shit.
250 Gs to do all that. That's me. First of all, for me, I'm that kind of guy where if my parents help me, I pay them back.
Yeah.
I have not indebted to them. I pay them back.
Yeah.
So my parents helped me a little bit there. I had to pay them back.
Yeah.
I was indebted to them. So like a friend of mine helped me. I had to pay him back.
Yeah.
All my judges, I had to pay them.
Whoever's
but I had to give them give me
yeah.
at least 6 months to get. Please allow me.
Yeah, you understand. I'm doing this on my own.
Yes. So I had to do all that. Even I made a video of how I went broke because of my event. Because I am honest at that.
But it's
you have to
good
be honest.
because even online, and I try and do that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Even the thing I like about you is like you're even talking numbers.
Yeah.
See, because a lot of people like just see this shit happening online and they kind of assume like
superficial.
Yeah. Like it's not costing anyone money. Things will just happen. I have this idea. Like everybody has a fucking idea, but execution.
It's the key.
There's somebody who sent me a message on my Instagram, and they had these suggestions of the list of things that I can do with my podcast. Have somebody to shoot for you, have somebody, and then I was like, so who's gonna pay all these people and all these things that you're talking about?
How did you respond?
No, that's what I asked.
Okay.
Who's gonna pay for all these other? It's like you'll get sponsors. I'm like, okay.
From?
That you've already talked to, or how is that supposed to come to play?
Exactly.
Like, no, as long as you have a solid idea and everything, all these things. I'm like, bro, listen, kwa ground, we are the ones who are doing it. Ask us. Stop telling me about this, Nini. But it's freaking hard.
But here's the thing. I like to flip it on.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that this person wishes me the best. I was like, okay, cool then. Do you know someone?
They always don't.
I would rather ask you. See the question? Like I would ask you instead of saying which ones. It's say, okay, do you know someone?
Yeah.
Can you refer me to someone? That's even I would actively say, can you refer me to someone?
It'll be left on scene.
If you cannot refer me to someone, like okay, then actively you're just. But I appreciate the comments.
I appreciate,
because I know that this person's like, oh, you're doing a good thing, and that means that this person's a fan,
Yeah.
not an age fan. He's an active fan who's actually analyzing. So I see it that way.
It's good But also the thing is like what I've noticed with a lot of people again, it's like they see all these things in theory, and I don't know, because you're a lecturer, right? And have you seen this? Have you seen this with students? Like somebody who has a brilliant idea, and then they're like, "Yo, I just want to buy the best camera.
Yeah.
I want the best mics and everything."
Nah,
And then you tell them, "Bro,
start with your phone.
Everything you need is."
Let me tell you.
Everything
Let
you
me
need
tell you
is-
how I do it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you practically.
Yeah.
Since this course is what I do is I'm a lecturer teaching digital media production in Zalego. You're looking for someone. Are you looking for the G spot?
No.
It's not over there.
It's all good. Because I can hear you. Just go on for the listeners, guys. I'm trying to get my waiter.
Oh, you want
Okay.
more food? You're thirsty?
I want.
Oh,
all
okay.
this.
But the idea is, I
Even if
teach.
you need.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I teach digital media production.
Yeah.
So I break it down. Like we just started last year, me and a friend of mine. He went out to see, he conceptualized it, we structured it, and we pitched it to the school accepted it, and it's our course actually. So now we get students on board and all that. Now this is the second year. Now I'm alone because the guy is falling out. So now I'm alone. So the idea is this. We had started with 2 cameras, and what I do is we didn't
In
have a mic.
school now,
Yes, in
right?
school. We didn't have a mic. So what I told them is, I taught them how to sync using your phone. Get your phone,
record your
and then now when I
audio,
tell you,
yeah.
record your audio with your phone, and actually how to do that. Teaching them how to think outside the box.
Yeah.
I taught them how to break things down, and I'm a very pragmatic person, and I invite people like you, for example. People are practitioners.
Yeah.
And they tell them like, this is how it
Security.
works. This is how it. So they go out with a practical mindset that it's not gonna happen.
It won't.
It's gonna
It
happen
won't.
because brand and everything comes with a gradual and consistency, and keep on putting out content consistently.
Yeah.
That's literally what happens, and so that's how even I break things down for them, and I also even give them practical skills
Yeah.
so that they can go out there because they know they're gonna meet akina Baba Jeroge.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about anything about digital media production. He doesn't care.
And you're trying to
Yeah.
actually like sell him something or an idea or a concept. But also another important thing. Have you ever felt the need? Have you ever felt the pressure for numbers? Like thinking, I'm not getting enough numbers.
Now there was
Because like there's some chicks who can post like, you know, the big booty chicks who like just post a lot of BS. Okay, it's not BS, it's also creativity. But they do get their numbers because like they sell that sexual.
But what is numbers? It depends. What is numbers? What numbers are you looking for? Are you looking for comments numbers?
No. I'm just saying like views. I know there's
views.
some chicks who just post a whole man. Come on, I'm a creator first of all. They just post a bunch of rubbish and they do get like crazy views.
All right.
But you can't be bitter about that.
Yes.
Because the strategy is working
For them.
For them. So
Yes.
you need to find your strong point.
Yes, exactly. And do not chase numbers. Here's why I tell you that. Chasing numbers is like the way you chase the hot girl in a club. Everybody's chasing it. And then when you get the girl, you realize that this is not worth it because she's even bad in bed.
So many
and then the
failed
thing is-
campaigns.
Yeah.
So many failed campaigns. for
Exactly.
that.
Hence now I'm seeing the end result. Chase the end result. That's how you get the real winners in the business. You don't get the wannabe winners.
And that's why that's another thing as well. Like
You
even
get the real winners,
just
that's what
from
I
doing
realized.
like the podcast for it's been a year.
Yeah.
I've gotten clients from my podcast, bro. And like
Props to you. Congratulations.
And like they just paid me decent money. And it's just so hard to try and explain to people because at times, because I keep meeting these people in advertising agencies with their bullshit. They keep asking me like, what's your reach? What are your numbers and everything? I'm like, no. Listen, I didn't tell you about what I'm doing. You're the one who mentioned what I'm doing. Like, I've seen your podcast, I've seen this and this and this. It reached to you without to me having those crazy
How
numbers.
do you let's get a little bit practical.
Yeah.
How do you determine your rate card? How did you
My
get
rate card?
how did you get to that certain figure that you charge?
Yeah.
And do you let's start from there. How do you determine your rate card?
Every year I do refresh and upgrade my gear. And I gain more new skills. And everybody who's been following me, like they know, like that's just standard for me. Every year I do like an unboxing of the new gear that I've bought. I post it online. You see the new techniques that I've come up with and everything. And I just do like either 75% kind of increase on the rate card.
Based on how much you've invested in yourself.
I've invested in myself,
Okay.
education-wise and gear-wise.
Okay.
But I'll definitely give you something better than I was giving you like last year. I'm actually like just crossing my fingers for a project next week.
It's gonna happen because I know
Yeah.
you have the will and the actually ability to do it, and I know you can. That's the thing. I know you
See,
can.
bro. That's the shit I like to hear, bro.
I know you can. And the thing is, I'm sure you over deliver.
I do.
That's the thing.
I try.
And you
I try
can
and do
because the bar is always. The thing is, when a market is new, you can over deliver.
Yep.
And the client is very, and then the word of mouth spreads.
Yeah, the client is like, yo, we're never using somebody else. And then
Yeah.
you're like, because now that's why I was saying, like, oh, when you're asking about the rate card, because I do content for companies and personal brands. So I had to like just cut off like a lot of, and every year I also like cut off a few clients.
And we're talking how many years now?
7, 8.
All right, guys, I want you to take notes. He's
Yeah.
saying 7, 8, not
Yeah.
1, 2,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
3, 4. I want you to take notes.
7, 8.
He's saying 7, 8
Yeah.
years. That's almost half a decade. That's over
Yeah.
half a decade.
Yeah.
That's like way
There's
back.
some people like if I go like I've had like 3 YouTube or 4 YouTube accounts. There's some people I can open like my YouTube and they show you like I was doing content using my phone and I was still getting paid. I was still getting paid. Yeah. I was shooting with my phone and I was still getting paid. And I remember like even like one of the earliest like gigs, I think I was shooting, and that's like 5 or 6 years ago, if I'm not wrong. 6 or 7 actually, when I was just trying out and everything. I used to get paid probably like 15, around 15, 12 G's using my phone.
For now video.
Yeah, just doing content for someone, like just something like a 30-second video. I was doing it for 10, 15.
Let me ask you.
Now, there's some people who, okay, there's some I would still do for that
Yeah,
right
but
now.
depending, you know,
like, you know, like my friend is like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, just,
Yeah.
you know, cut me some slack or anything. But there's some companies that would actually approach you and tell you, like, that's their budget.
The 15.
A whole freaking company.
Yeah.
Like a whole company with a finance department, marketing advisors, and everything.
They
but
don't see-
they also have some people who have a budget of 0 shillings.
Because they don't
I'm like,
value it.
they don't value you.
it. No, even they don't
You.
value that department.
Nah,
They
bro.
don't value the digital spectrum yet.
They don't value you.
Really?
Bruh.
That's how you feel?
Listen, there's another client. I won't say your name.
Don't say it.
Listen. This client
Call them out.
was banging the same chick I was banging, right?
Oh, snap it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You're just saying it. You're just saying. We're not saying any names. Saying names, that's for Edgar. Edgar Barre, we are having you on the podcast soon.
Oh,
Next
but
week.
Edgar, I've not met him, but we have actually interacted a lot on social
We've
media.
talked, he's supposed to come next week, so we have a
that's
lot
good.
to talk about. with him.
Go ahead.
So anyway, so this client used to complain a lot about like, yo, bro, I'm paying you this much. You know, we don't have a budget and everything. Waving at me or somebody else? Okay.
Nice
So
hair,
yeah.
though.
Yeah. 'Cause you know, at times you're always waving and then you're like, oh, shit, it wasn't me. So we're talking with this chick and everything. So I mean, I didn't know. So when we're talking in bed, you know, that pillow talk and everything, she just starts talking about this guy she's seeing, you know, they hook up once in a while and everything. So she says the amount she's being given for shopping by this guy. I'm like, this motherfucker said he doesn't have a budget. He's paying her. He's paying her.
That's the thing. That's to break it down.
That's
value.
First of all,
the value of pussy is very important.
First of all, that was overpriced pussy. You overpriced it. My client, you overpriced it.
We guys
didn't
overprice
cost me that
vagina
much.
all the time because we're horny.
That's not
And
true.
the thing is, after you come, there's something you come back to your senses. Though Wayne said it
Lil
best.
Wayne said it, and I
Yes.
said it
Hey,
here on a
bro, we listen
podcast.
to good music.
I said it before. I said it before.
It's
I said it before on the podcast. Like,
Yes.
yo, at times, just a guy, once he gets that nut, he comes back to his senses.
Yeah.
But that made me realize, and I stopped working with that client completely. They asked me like, yo, what happened and everything. I was just like, no, bro. But I just realized because they didn't value me that much. Because people do spend, like, bro, people spend money in the things like they do see value in.
Yeah. If
When
someone
I want J's, when I want my podcast set, I want to improve on it, I go out and buy those nice things.
That's why
that
I
will
think
make production go.
I think a key question is what is important is this of value to you? That's a very important question.
Yes.
That's a very important question. When is this of value to you? So then now, if they say no, then should I treat it as of value? Should I treat it of value? That's a very important. If this is not important to you, then it should not be important to me.
Yeah.
Then now,
exactly.
if
and
someone
you shouldn't
says
even
yes,
include me.
if someone says yes, it's like, okay, what have you set aside for it? It's like, what are you hoping to get returns from this? And then now you break down that returns. But the key question, I would say, if it's not of value to them, then I would say I want you to reconsider. Then I'd expect like maybe a low payment, and at the same time, you should also treat it the same way that they treat it. That's a key question. Is this of value to you?
Bro, like, listen, I'm just glad we're having this conversation. First of all.
It's mind blasting.
Okay, it's
a blowjob to the head. Go ahead.
Oh yes, it is. So let's get. Oh yeah, no, do it again. Oh yeah. So
Yes.
just what made you like just focus on YouTube? Is it because of the job thing?
Or now, what I started my YouTube stuff when the digital migration stuff went on. That digital migration, when the KTNs and TVs were off.
Oh, yeah.
Digital migration stuff. So I started off, I said, you know what, my friend of mine just got a camera. So let's go to the rooftop and shoot something. You talk a lot, let's not waste your saliva. Only on women's mouths. So then at the same time, we just we go upstairs. We started. He said, how you doing? Whatever. TV, KTN, they're off. Guys, what do we watch?
What do we do? What do we do?
Gosh. Now, then porn gets boring over some time. So then the thing is, we just decided, you know what, let's make something. So I started doing current events because I'm very inclined to current events because I'm a mass communication. And at the same time, I decided let me go on from there. We started making consistently. I used my editing skills and I developed on that a little bit more, and then I sharpened that over time, and I decided to do it myself. I became more consistent. After that, I got the eye of then I started doing KTN the presenter, which now made me and then I noticed people were saying SimonSays. So my real name, Simon.
That's where I saw you. I remember you from that.
Yeah,
who won that thing?
Guy, that's a very nice question. If you cannot remember the winners of a show, that's a problem of the show.
Takes us back to this Kenyan systems,
long term.
bro.
That's the long term. I can tell you who won. It was Jamal, and I think he's not. I don't know if he still does the Mzuka show anymore. And it was Michelle Ngele. Michelle Ngele, I don't know if she's still in KTN anymore. And I don't know, like I've not seen.
See?
But I've not seen, but I don't know. I don't know
lot.
if she's still there, but I think, but there's been a lot of reshuffling in the media. So yeah, that's basically being it. And but the people who did not win, I would say they're more. Like I would say me, I have me,
They're
Charlie,
doing their own
me,
things.
Charlie,
me,
Charlie. Who else is known? There's Freedom Waka. She's on KTN, Kiswahili. She's very good soul. Freedom Waka is a very good soul. And I give props to people. Who else? Like even they did a "Where Are They Now" thing. They did.
Oh,
and some people were like unknown.
Oh shit.
Unknown. Where are they? Unknown. Their own mother does not know where they went.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's just it's very interesting to see how things pan out long term. And that's why you would use.
I never feel bad at times you're in that situation. For
I see someone
things.
talk. Is hey. Oh, she's the other guest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi. Who's she?
Huh?
Who is she?
She's don't put me on the. She's Washera.
He doesn't know.
No, she's Washera. She's Washera.
Who is she?
And she does like some online stuff. Like we're talking about like just student life and everything.
Oh, for me. Oh, okay.
Student
good.
life.
Oh, student life.
In the afternoon, I have like a Somali kind of lifestyle blogger and everything.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
nice.
all everything to do with digital space.
Okay.
And it's just interesting to see different people's takes.
Perspectives,
exactly.
and I think it's
the same theory that might apply to it because maybe you're slightly older, and to them they're seeing things in a different way. So like I told you, like what Adam 22 and the other guys do, like they listen because you learn so much from these people as well. As much as they might just be like something that you can't understand, you'll also like learn something from them. Like, okay, this is how you're approaching this. Is it working for you?
I learned a lot about myself this last year in 2019 because of lecturing, because I did analyzing of my performance. It's actually up on my YouTube channel. And the students did anonymous, also submission, my strengths, my weaknesses.
Yours?
Yes,
Oh,
of
Lord.
me. And that's important. I saw my strengths. If you read my strengths alone, I'm like, wow, Simon's the best lecturer. Then you went to my weaknesses. Some of them would say, okay, one, I'm very strict on time, more than usual.
That's not
very
a bad
strict.
thing, especially if you're working.
And submissions. And submissions, because I use online platform Google Classroom. And I use that, like, it has your time. If you're not submitted, you're late. I can actually see it remotely right here on my phone. I can see it. Like, you're late. So there's no excuse. Like, there's no excuse. Like,
so you
no
get
excuses.
an alert or something?
Yeah, I know excuses. Like, literally, I tell y'all, no excuses. I'm not your mama. I'm not here to breastfeed you. I'm just here to feed you and empower you the knowledge. And at the same time, after you finish, what I notice is that a lot of them text me up information like, oh yeah, the ones who are quiet.
This really actually.
And then at that now they'll start asking me questions like follow up, and I teach them how to think on their own also, because my way isn't always the way. It's not the highway. I allow you to expand. So I'm saying, listen, I can give you guidance and tips. But if you start using my number as a hotline for every single question that comes into your head,
it won't help
it won't help you. So I told you, no, I'm not answering this question. There's this website that can help you. It's called google.com.
Google.
Exactly.
And YouTube, bro.
The ability for you to actually think is very helpful, and plus you have a nice young fertile brain that can be used more than actually just looking for ways to get an orgasm. There are the ways you can actually
True. That's true.
That's true. And even so in that's where I try to teach them and think on your own and actually be able to. If you need assistance in something that's specific, like you've already identified that this remote, okay? Now you just need assistance on how can I get batteries for this remote. I was like, okay, maybe I know someone I can actually help. That's a practical thing.
Maybe you're writing a proposal to a company like, yo, can you just
give me a
check, see
template.
if this makes sense?
That's something
or even
I can
like
do.
a template.
But don't ask me to make a proposal for you.
Can you? Yeah, exactly.
I will not.
No, listen. Okay, I have had a whole other thing. Like, you know, people who are trying to start podcasts and everything, and they do ask me. Like I've told you, the most common one is send me a list of all your gear.
That's not the best way.
First of all, it won't motivate you in any way.
No,
it won't. Plus, like you've said, it hasn't come in 1-2 years. These are all things, and I've studied like the custom gear that works for me. And the reasons to why I need everything, specific reason.
What he may need is not what you may need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You might just start simple with your phone and it might just blow up.
Just 2 phones right there, and then you just get someone right there on the camera and you're good.
And it works.
And that's what I might start with, being honest.
Bro,
being very honest.
First of all, you already have like a formula for so many things.
Yes, I know.
And I'm just surprised like you don't have a podcast at this.
Shame on me. Slap me on the back of the head. I have done some, but I've not recorded on camera. There's 2 I've bought.
Like audio?
Yeah, just audio alone. And I want to now incorporate video because people saying, I miss you, I want to see you, Simon.
So much
your
character
facial
in you.
expressions,
And
like I need that. So I'm gonna now incorporate the video aspect so you can actually see interaction with people.
Just do it, because like you're a very interesting character and you have a lot to say.
So
clearly, so no, but I mean, there's so much you can feed people, and that's why like the podcast industry is really growing. I remember like when I was starting off, I was like, should I like just invite like I said, there's so many Kenyan celebrities assholes, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to.
What?
I was trying to start off.
I found really good ones. Like for me, I've only found I would say.
Who's a good one?
I mean, like, okay.
You shouldn't be ashamed to say their name, right?
DJ Joe, very good person.
Oh, really?
He speaks nothing but awesomeness.
Oh, no, but he's my homie.
Back.
He's my homie, though.
He speaks nothing but awesomeness behind my back. Nick Ndeda.
Oh yeah, I've met Nick as well.
Ndeda is
I've
a
just
good
met him
soul.
once. Joe, we just bumped into
who else would I give props to? Those are the 2 off the top of my head who I know. Are like,
I wonder why.
Yeah, I understand. And those are
only 2?
Very nice answer.
Only 2? Only 2?
I know.
Because you're a YouTuber,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you tried collabing with some people and
doing collaborations? Now collaborations, I usually I usually get a positive response because people like my wild content.
Really?
And but then some people are scared to do collaborations with me because they don't know what's gonna happen.
This guy is just like, I don't know what he might say or ask me or whatever. They just not sure.
I think I'll experience this when I want to start my podcasting.
Yeah.
And because mine is just gonna be a little different because I want to use my personality, my kind of.
And you should, because that's you. It's easier being you rather than trying to be somebody else.
And which is if you're trying to be someone else, that's a very weird thing because you come off fake.
It's too much work. It's too much work.
And you come off fake and you come off very like people want to connect. The only reason why people can connect with you if they see an authentic version of you, and the only way to be authentic is to actually put yourself in scenarios where you actually understand more about yourself.
And you'll be consistent being you, right?
Yes.
Because I can only imagine after 2 shows and
No.
guys are like,
Nah,
this
it's
person has just started being like a bit
weird, different.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
No, I've learned that people adjust to you.
What do you think about like just YouTube in general in Kenya? Do you think somebody can sustain a living
In YouTube.
Can you make money from YouTube? Like
Okay,
right
how
now,
much? Well, let's talk how much. A month, like, were you talking about like 50K?
yeah.
Or were you talking about
Is
like
it
minimum
possible?
50? That's easy.
Really?
Minimum of 50 G's a month.
You
want
can
to
get that in YouTube, Kenyan
Yes,
YouTube.
now let me flip it for you. Depending on what you want. Like, for example,
Yeah.
I am now based on, if you reach a point where you have to be willing to put in the work first. But if you reach a point where if you're just honest in your creativity and you analyze and you start being, and you one thing is be willing to put in the work and be willing to learn. And and also be willing to start. Be willing to look shady when you start.
How? What do you mean?
And remember,
I want people to understand how they can make
yeah,
money.
exactly.
Yeah.
And be willing to, like, when you start,
Don't
you
use
should-
big words that will confuse people. You're like,
I will
what-
not flabbergast
what the
you
fuck
with
did he
like
say?
ambiguous statements, magnanimous words.
Yeah, yeah. I want people to.
The key thing is this: when you start, you're gonna get a lot of negative feedback and everything. But when you start and you have no idea where this is going, you just start and you actually watch yourself. Then you grow on to the next. And the key thing about perfection is that don't seek perfection. Don't think that you're a perfectionist. Anybody who's a perfectionist is someone who's actually putting out content every single week and actually getting better with every single new piece of content.
Yeah.
Now, when you do that, you make sure that you actually are getting better with every piece of content. And what you notice is when you actually watch yourself and you analyze, like, oh, I'm really good at this. Then you read the comments and don't be afraid of hateful comments, or don't even get above and bloated head with the positive comments. Like, be neutral with it. Like, I am not fazed at all. Like, I've made videos of why I hate Christians. My dad's a pastor. So that means, you know what? I was made in the missionary position. So then now the thing is...
Does your dad watch your content? Does he support you? He does support your content?
He watches my content and he respects what I am because I am
They
just
support
me.
your path?
Yes.
Ah, that's nice.
It's all right. Like, my dad is okay and everything. But that's because I have a great dad. I give props to my dad. Love him to death. He's cool.
Some
And
asshole dads out there, man. Just saying. Just saying.
I have the best dad in the world,
Yeah.
and I appreciate him for that. And the thing is, when you actually are able to focus, what happens is when you realize that maybe I am really good at food reviews, or even you test around, like, I really like food. That's when you find out, like, I really like doing this.
Yeah.
Because you don't find out until you try.
True.
And when you find out, you zone in. Then what you do is you come to Art Cafe and you say, "What can I review your croissants?" And then is that how you say it? And you just now.
They said, they told me it's croissant,
What?
and then croissant,
Ko
and
what?
then listen, and I said that's the thing. Here's the thing: how comes when Russians are talking with their accent, it's so like sexy? When French people
Is
are
it?
talking, that's what chicks
It's
say. Listen,
Mm.
when people are talking with their French accent, oh my God, that accent is so sexy. Exactly.
The language of
But
love.
when people go to India, they don't come back with that accent. When
Oh,
people go
wow.
to Nigeria, okay, maybe Nigeria
Oh,
is
for me,
trending right now. Nigeria is trending.
Nigerian accents are trending.
Hey, come on. It's
Are you serious,
You know
though?
why it's a thing? Because, like, they've really made everything. Their music is mainstream and everything.
Oh yeah, you
That's
see
why even people
Ogao
getting in
and
Afro
stuff.
pop and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, people want to be associated with.
Don't go with trends also. If you want to
Yeah.
be, do not go with trends. Don't start doing how to. Don't go with trends. Find your niche and stay in
So you
that
shouldn't
niche.
do makeup tutorials or
If you
morning
genuinely like
routine.
makeup, because the thing is,
Yeah.
makeup companies only approach you if you are actually, because you go in detail. Because someone just wants to do it, just show you how to do your makeup, and then you're not analyzing. Someone else is going deeper because they're like, any makeup tutorial, people. Here's what I want to advise you:
Yeah.
focus on one thing. I'm shocked there's nobody who's just doing eyebrows alone and showing them the various things eyebrows. Because all these girls be wearing the same eyebrows all throughout. Y'all look like be having the same thoughts throughout the whole time. What the heck?
Yesterday. Let me see if I can find this.
You can relate.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
somebody who
She's
posted something.
Saying?
Let me see. I want you to read it. Where is it? Fuck. I need to find this. Yeah.
Let him finger his phone for a bit.
Hold on 1 minute. We're almost there.
I love the same thing about eyebrows. And seriously, if you're able to focus on that, that means you can come out with an eyebrow pencil.
Yeah.
And people will freaking buy that shit.
People will buy it.
And the thing is, that's now goes from you just being a content creator. Now you have a product, and then now you approach companies to invest in your product, and that's how you make more money.
Wait, you haven't broken down.
I just done
making. No. Apart from that, that's a product.
Yeah.
Making
now
money
if
from,
they just make like
like
how I did it.
Monetary value is that how you?
Okay, now for me,
how did you start
I
making money?
Now for me, I started. For me, I actually wanted to use this as a platform to showcase what I got, to get me a TV show, which we did. Then I realized I don't want to do TV. Then I realized I can actually, that's the trajectory.
Yeah.
If you look at my YouTube content, literally you'd see a TV presenter.
Yeah.
Literally, you'd see that. You not see like a vlog. No. You'd see this guy you can watch on TV. Yo, what's up? This is something that white people cannot read. So let me just say this. This is going back to the eyebrow comment.
Yeah.
So this is now a post that he wants me to read, and here it goes. So it says, yo, I have to read this in a black voice. So let me go back to my southern roots, all right?
Do it.
Yo, listen, yo, no nigga in there history has ever said, damn, look at them lashes on that motherfucker.
Exactly.
But the funniest thing, what I do is, if I want to get a girl's attention, I compliment random things. One, if you compliment a girl, yes. And if you want to jab at her, they say, hey, them eyebrows look interesting. Like, you have interesting thoughts. But then now you just say,
maybe
yo, you
think that they look crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. You become self-conscious. It will lead to conversation. It will lead to funny
things. Like, oh, do they really look?
But don't
good?
say it with that negative undertone. Say it like in a nice comical tone.
Those eyebrows look.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, and then you finish with nice. You're like, oh fuck.
Interesting eyebrows. Very interesting.
Oh yeah.
You like you remind me of The Rock.
Oh shit. Okay, now you're not going out with that chick for sure. That's guaranteed.
It depends.
I hope that's someone I know, bro.
You know someone.
I'm just saying. I hope it's someone I know.
No, I don't know someone.
Is it me or
no? It's not you.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's coming to you. Oh my God, he's coming. Who invited him? No. Oh no, he's coming. In 3, 2, 1, go. No, it's not you.
Oh, shit. You see that waving thing we were talking about? Oh shit. Like, why do people do this? Somebody completely different.
True that. But then now the thing is, when it comes to, we're back to the money making on the digital spectrum.
Yeah, I want people to know how they can.
They actually, because they're various spectrum, find your and at the same time, do not be alone on YouTube. Also make content on Instagram. Also make content also on Facebook.
All social media platforms.
Yes, all social, even LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
Because LinkedIn now, and you have to be smart in the way you post on all these platforms, in the sense that something that you post on LinkedIn is not necessarily going to go the same way that you post on Twitter. And what works on Twitter is not going to work on. Yes. Yeah. So you have to be smart like that. View yourself. View yourself as a media company, and then now you're gonna actually now put out content in various spectrums. That's why even me, I make content for every single one. I have like different quotes that I come up with. Like for example, like I have random quotes that I say, like, what you eat in private, you poop. What you eat in public, you poop out in private. And that's little quotes that I have come in my head, and I just like make that into a quote, put my picture there, bam, I release it out on LinkedIn and IG. They work well on those things. But if it doesn't work well, sometimes
you've been very like super consistent, like on YouTube. So what just makes you just keep going?
Oh,
because you see the problem with a lot of people.
They stop.
They start 1, 2, 3, and then they're like, okay, I'm not getting the views that I was expecting. I'm not getting enough comments.
Views should not be a goal. And if you're not getting comments, do this: comment on others, and don't comment view my channel. No. Yeah. Comment productive comments.
Sub for sub.
How did I get his attention? What did I do?
Yeah.
I did not say sub for sub.
Yeah.
I said, yo, I like your content. Then and I analyzed and I said, whatever. How did I get his attention?
And funny thing that I can tell you is that I was gonna reach out to you eventually.
Are you serious?
Because I had gone through. I'll tell you what. I had gone through like all the YouTubers that I can see.
Out there,
just being consistent. Like even the African YouTubers, you're very consistent. I know, like per week you have to post something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
and just a few others, but I didn't see any And like there's also like a WhatsApp group.
But I left the WhatsApp group.
You did?
Because
that's
of
the thing.
a lot of other things.
No, I'll tell you why. But on the WhatsApp group, I'm seeing it's like people are lying to each other. People are so delusional.
Why so?
I'm saying it in a way that people are not telling each other about things like, yo, don't chase numbers, don't do the sub for sub. Because like even as YouTubers, I mean, it doesn't mean if just because I haven't subscribed to your channel, it doesn't mean that
I hate you.
I hate you. I'm just
We're
understand.
not friends.
No,
you didn't like my picture.
No, look at this. Look at it this way. Look at it this way.
Yes.
I'm a content creator. I don't expect you to consume my content because I'm busy creating my. You're busy creating your content. We should look for other people to view our. Like, of course, if you have something that interests me, I will subscribe.
Exactly.
You see, but I might not necessarily subscribe, but not for the wrong reasons, but just because I'm trying to gain a whole different audience. I don't want you to subscribe and you won't be watching my videos.
Don't feel entitled
just
to my
give you that
views
number and I won't be watching your videos. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I see that. People get that entitlement, feeling like you're not supporting me.
Yeah.
You're not getting. Why are you like? It feels. Like the thing is, like a lot of like you should support one another and everything, but the key thing is we can support one another if I see like, okay, we can do a video together that makes sense for both of us.
Exactly.
Like here I am, that makes sense for this, makes sense for both of us.
Look at the conversation that we've had.
Make productive YouTubers.
Okay, we'll try and hit at 135.
135. Yeah. YouTubers make productive comments under each other's video.
Yeah.
Productive comments in the sense that you've actually watched it and you're interested in like, oh, I like this, and whatever. And if you want to make corrections, also do it in the place of kindness. That's what you say.
You don't have to. Hey, because I see people trash talking like each other's content, and I'm like, bro, if somebody made an effort to, you know how much work it takes psychologically, first of all, for somebody to sit down,
put yourself out there.
Yeah. Because even for me, I think when I was starting off early, I was like, I won't use myself. I just want to use, like, I see this person, I see a hot chick, she has potential, let's do this, let's put you behind the camera, I'll be behind the scenes, make you look good and everything. Oh my. I was doing that, people slide in those DMs, 1 2 1 2. Those chicks are gone, bro. I'm like,
wow.
That's the end of my content.
Oh, that's what you had in mind, in order to get eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
But you realize like, it should be long term.
Long term,
like
and
content
it's
is
safer just being me. Me being in front of the camera, because then I have nobody else to blame
but you.
Yeah.
Taking
so if
accountability.
it's coming up in the morning, waking up and shooting content, I have to be here super early in the morning, do my setup and everything, of course, and wait for my crew to show up.
Exactly, yo, that crew. We got camera Dan over there. You know he is. What's up, gang? and
so many people, and I think for a lot of Kenyan podcasters or people who have tried doing.
How many do we have in Kenya?
There are a few that are coming up because
I know
also
Maria.
try
I know Maria tried to do something like that.
Who's
Maria is. We used to work with her on K24 on a show.
She consistent?
No, I've not seen their stuff, but I've seen like 1 or 2 conversations.
Oh, okay.
I've seen just 1 or 2. I only recognize like 2 or 3.
Like Kaz is there. The spread has been there for the longest time.
But I think they need to like do visual. Do they do any visuals?
Listen, try to talk to.
But that's the thing. If they did visuals, they'll blow up.
I don't want to spoil the future.
But
future collabs and everything.
But I think just
I
doing
think
visuals.
she would have been amazing doing videos.
Visuals, like if you just do a visual like this and you're having discussion.
Simple, even with her phone.
It'd be very easy.
But I think for a lot of people who've been starting and stopping, it's because they do like a whole production thing. So you have like 6 or 7 people like on set.
Listen, punchline. Here's the punchline, guys.
Yeah.
When you're starting new content, please start. Like in a relationship, even when you get a new baby, that baby has to start off on some soft food and you have to let it grow.
Yeah.
Treat your channel, your podcast, whatever, like a baby, in the sense that you have to see it when you grow into maturity. So in other words, it's going through various stages. Baby one, maybe sometimes you may start off with an ugly baby. It happens. But the thing is, this baby's going to hit puberty. It's going to go some facial hair, start looking like Drake and everything. And the thing is, you have to look at even your artists, your favorite artists that you like. Look at how they started. They came through a process. So respect the process and actually be willing to actually go through the process and actually push through. And you have to be numb to people's comments, but show some empathy in the sense that, like, for example, a lot of people fear the hate and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, people are so scared
not
of
even
that.
Even the worst thing, forget the hate. I think you've gotten advice on hate where you by now, where you know
and
how
if
to do
you're
it.
on social media, come on.
Now the thing is,
Yeah.
here's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
When you have someone who has been doing it for a while and then they give you advice that's against what you usually do, that can get to your head because you view this person in a certain level, and you be like, oh, I have to do it this way. But you don't have to do it this way. You can incorporate some of that, but be aware that that person found that way to be successful that way, and you can be successful by incorporating some of the aspects, not necessarily all of it, because if
it
you
might
do,
not necessarily work for you.
Exactly.
And you'll be a duplicate.
Yeah,
People
that
start
can
saying
get to your head.
Yo, you're doing your thing like Nani. You're almost doing it like
You don't want to do the same way that the ex used to do it because you remember the ex.
She'll start calling you the ex's name.
Exactly. Don't ever. Like, seriously, that can be the worst. So now that's a practical way for you to actually remember it. So please do out there, like, do dish out content. And at the same time, when even other companies approach you and everything, always ask them, what's this value to you? If it's of value to them, then actually please put a value on that. And then now, based on that figure that they give you, then just even, say this value will bring me this much. And just ask for a percentage of that will give you a good money.
Just a little bit of, something
even
to show love.
A way I've seen her flip it is that just say, don't pay me, but with every new customer that's brought to you, new customer.
They won't do that.
That's the thing. And then they go by my rate. They go by my rate.
We're talking about, bro, like I can honestly tell you, I've tried all those things. And I've followed people. And the worst thing about like seeing like those new YouTubers or content creators who are abroad, like everything, like the same way you've said, all the advice they might give you, they do not know the headache we're dealing with this freaking third world country and management.
And this year is why I'm gonna let me just say this year, I'm gonna gain a lot of wisdom on because I'm digital marketing strategist thingy, because I'll be doing a lot of corporate training and everything this year. Proper. I'll be doing a lot of it. I'll be doing a lot of that. So that's how I put myself. I put myself like that. So I will be actually, let's say, for the 6 months down the line, 6 months later, I think we need to sit down.
Let's do another one.
I'll be able to like tell you, I've worked with this and this 3 companies. I've noticed that this is what the CEOs, the big managers are actually having issue with. And and this is what they...
You brought something. This is what they... Joe, I'm just waiting for you to finish before I...
Hit the punchline. Go ahead, hit me.
Mine is, I've noticed, here's the thing. Have you noticed if you're dealing with either direct owners of the company, it's always easier. If you're dealing with the marketing team and so-called agency,
hoard money as much as possible,
bruh, and they want to make you look bad, like you don't know what you're doing, and that's why they should be.
What kind of words do they use? What tone do they use? They use a condescending tone?
Bruh, not even the tones, just
words. Of
course, they have direct access. Let's say they have direct access to like the boss. They're like, you know what? Let us handle this because this is our. So every idea that you come up with, we might file it or keep telling you, no, this won't work. This won't work. But it's just because they do not understand. Look at how many agencies have done so many crazy big campaigns that make no freaking sense. We see so much money being... what does Chukwa Selfie mean? Let's start with that.
Well, I think that was successful.
No. I've just asked, what does it mean? I haven't said it's not successful.
No, but Chukwa Selfie, I know it's just get tested. I learned way later, though.
How long did it take you?
I learned it because of this. The thing is, I learned it because of the song, and then I asked someone, and then I know radio.
And you're a very smart person. Let's not ignore that. First of all,
thank you.
Yeah, you're a very sharp person.
Exactly.
Do you think somebody who's like just in the shadows?
No, because I won't lie. I've had to explain this to several people. That's why. I've had to explain it to several people. That's why it's dumbing it down.
Okay, define its success then.
Okay, success. What's the whole point was awareness. I think you have to know their goals. Is their point awareness or to actually get people to buy the self-test kit and actually test themselves?
Because they were saying like, okay, my understanding was you get the self-kit and it gives you results in how many?
Like a few minutes.
Right?
And you can do it in the house.
You can go raw dog after you've tested, right?
Yeah, you can go
you can go you can go exactly. You see, that's my point exactly.
Don't die in the hospitals. Don't die in the house.
Isn't it misleading? Because if you've had sexual contact with somebody who's infected, how long might it take before it actually reflects in your system?
Yeah, I don't know. See,
So
here,
you're
like,
telling these young kids of this generation who are releasing all this crazy music that just do that self kit and go bang yourself, go bang one out.
yeah,
Isn't that what they're saying?
well, I
Isn't
mean,
that the message?
well, you're saying sex is a bad thing?
No. The kit is supposed to give you immediate results.
Yeah,
right?
which you got.
In
Then
fact,
you-
first of all, even right now, I still don't understand what it means. I'm still just like, exactly. It's been a whole freaking year. I've just been
But
saying
was this
song.
message targeted to you now?
Who's it targeted to?
I think it's targeted to people like young
Because
guys.
if it's kids, no, but that's my point. If it's kids, if we are trying to struggle to understand what it means, I can prove it to you. I'll go to an event and ask kids what they think it means, and I can give you 100%, okay, 90% proof. No kid will know what that means.
But they know that I think they'll just say is
Do you
this.
think if they even test these kids, do you think they test?
No, nobody does. The thing, nobody does unless your girlfriend actually does it. Being honest, the truth is that the girl is one who initiates this. I think they should just be more specific and actually target the girls to actually do it, because the girl is one who, because we want to penetrate. The girl says no, and we actually now the girl says until we do this, then we actually okay, so let's do this. I can actually get laid. Then now the thing is, if you actually make a thing targeting the girls alone, it's actually be more successful
You're
on
saying,
a
are you
practical.
calling our girls sluts though?
No,
Is that
I'm
what
saying
you're
girls
saying?
have the power
Yeah.
to actually for sex. The thing is, girls, listen, you're the ones who fuck us.
I say no.
Girls,
I say
you're the one.
no.
No, listen.
I say no.
Why? Girls
I
are
say
the ones
no
who
at
fuck
times.
us. Girls are the ones who fuck us. You don't realize? No, girls are the ones who fuck. Girls, you guys are the real motherfuckers. The thing is, you girls are the ones who fuck us, because the thing is, if we fuck you guys give us consent to actually fuck y'all. And the thing is, so that you fuck us. The thing is, if a girl says no and she doesn't want to be fucked and you actually force it, that's not sex, that's rape.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
That's
with
it. That's the thing. And the girls who approach a man have a more higher success rate than the guys who approach they. That's why I would say girls are the ones who fuck us. You guys are the real fuckers. That's
Okay.
it.
Hey, I agree with what Simon says.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
And that's it.
That make the stallion song. Simon says.
Yes, exactly. That's the truth. And
Yeah.
that's the truth. And girls are the ones with the power. And you girls should even be proud is that if you want some dick, go out there and get some dick for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. You see, like, not just that the chukwa selfie thing, but I'm just saying there's some. Haven't you seen so many other campaigns that companies are pouring so much money?
Yeah.
Like you said,
Because they still believe in it.
But they pick, like, even like the faces they pick and everything, but there's no impact. You don't understand what's happening. Like you've said, for you it took you long to understand what the chukwa selfie thing means.
Yeah.
For real, for me,
For-
I actually thought it
even
was
go
like
further,
actually
I'll be
just taking a selfie.
And then you go like this.
And I was like, okay, and then, do we get a prize after this? But I'm just saying, you can tell that campaign, there was so much money.
They've gotten some awards for that. I've seen
Really?
Yeah, they have. They won best. They came in second, like Africa best. They won some awards for that.
Who's giving these freaking awards?
You see,
There's no way, Simon. Makes no sense. Am
Am
I saying my own things or what?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
were
a
you
sample.
included in this campaign? Why are you?
Now
Let's start with
listen, it seems like you're targeting who ignored you for this campaign. It seems like who ignored you. Like tell us your story. It's okay. Open up to us. It's okay.
Wait, were you involved?
There.
You
No,
get a check?
No, I wasn't. I'm good.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there's so many other. Apart from that, there's so many other campaigns. Or am I wrong? Am I saying?
I would say on the
But 'cause
awareness on the awareness part, it was good because even I'm including even radio, I'm including even other things.
Visibility. That's
Yeah,
visibility.
Awareness that was actually
Not
well
impact.
done. Impact. I don't think on a practical level. I don't think someone, maybe one or two. I'm sure maybe, but I don't know how you can quantify that.
These young kids.
How can you quantify that? That's what I would say.
I mean, it's their campaign.
And then, what metrics are you using to measure that this campaign was a success or failure?
For me, I don't understand what it means till now.
That's your.
And I don't understand who's giving this freak.
I think the fact that we're talking about it right now is a success.
No.
I think
I
that's.
brought it up as a failure. I didn't bring
but
it up as a
even
success.
That mention itself, I think that's.
Hey, listen,
I think I would say so.
First of all, I'm just
If I
telling
was-
them I don't know what chukwa selfie means till today.
I just told you.
What?
Self-test kit, take your selfie, like take care of yourself. I think that's the whole idea. Chukua selfie.
You think or you know?
That's what they did.
Because it's on record. I'm gonna
Yes,
rewind this part. You
of
said
course.
it's what?
Yeah,
You said
exactly.
it's
Before you actually get laid, have unprotected sex, go out and get a self-test kit and do it in your own home and actually chukua selfie now.
okay.
To
So
take
you test so
test
that
yourself.
you protect your partner.
so that you can know if you're safe. Then now you guys can have sex.
So if I'm safe, I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I go fuck her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she fucks you. Remember, girls.
Oh
always fuck,
yeah. So
exactly.
if I had sexual contact with someone like the previous night, will the test still reflect?
No, of course, window period and all that stuff. Window period for.
So this young kid is
Strands.
supposed to there's a window period by day of how many weeks?
Stop! I see what you're doing.
No,
Stop.
no. So let me.
Window
so
period is 3 months.
Since this, it's 3 months.
Yeah, you never studied AIDS.
No. Mm-mm. So this
You-
girl
you-
wants to
you
get
never
laid.
got any aid?
So listen. I didn't get any aid education. Listen. So
You never got any help.
wait. So this girl who said wants to fuck you.
Yeah.
You do the test right now.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, babe, I think it's clear.
We're
It's
good.
negative. We're good.
We're good to go.
But
Huh?
I mean, I need to wait for 3 months to confirm for sure if we can still have sex again.
No. That's on a practical level. That's not doable.
So what's the point of the damn thing?
The point of the damn thing is just awareness and make us feel
Oh,
good that we're
apart
actually
from cock blocking, what's the point of the damn thing?
The whole point is just make sure that you're aware, and I think the whole point is also to build up like how many people. Let me go further. I think to even get statistics for how many people have AIDS in Kenya. Is AIDS epidemic growing or is it reducing? That could also be
Okay.
a statistics kind
So
of.
if you find
it
it's
could be a statistics
positive,
game.
do you submit your results to a database somewhere?
Not
so that
really.
they know?
Even I'm sure they.
So how will they know? How will they count? How
But
does
I
it
don't
matter?
know.
What are the metrics for that? Let's use
By
your
the
words.
way-
What are the metrics for that?
They could be going through our dustbins and actually see.
But
They are
but you
always
see what I'm
watching
saying.
you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm just curious on that point because I was working in advertising before. I worked in advertising for a very long time.
Hence why you're asking very strategic questions.
Yeah,
And
I worked
very
for
picky.
I was working for Scanad.
Yeah, I know Scanner. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've worked
Which
there
Charlie?
for Ogilvy, DDB Express.
How was that experience for you?
Which ones?
That working there. How
All
was that?
horrible.
Why is that so?
Overworking.
Really?
Yeah, I was being overworked. I couldn't do like other things on the side. I wasn't seeing family. I wasn't basically happy. And so is everyone else in advertising, not unless they're lying.
But then now here's the-
or doing heavy drugs.
Now listen. Now.
Hey.
Wow. He has
Yeah.
been practicing that joke for the longest time. And then he gave a long pause. Then he did that.
Yeah.
But I understand. Here's the thing
have
also.
you worked in advertising?
No, I've
They
not
will
worked in
kill
advertising.
your YouTube career. Try it. Try it. They will make you
I think
hate yourself
Do you also recognize that you're coming from a place of bias?
for advertising.
Yes,
I'll
you're
tell
coming
you-
from a place
no,
of
no,
bias.
I'll-
Do you recognize
I'll
that?
tell you why. Why. We've had people, and I know somebody who tried to commit suicide 2-3 times. They were not successful.
What's wrong? Their success rate should be higher.
No. No, listen. They were successful.
sorry.
They were
Insensitive,
successful. They
whatever.
were successful. They
guy.
were successful. Yes.
Shit.
I know
I
people-
apologize for saying that statement.
No. And
I'm
I know
sorry.
somebody else who was a creative director and everything. And anybody in the industry knows people are going through it. They either turn into an alcoholic, start doing drugs. I know somebody else who also just committed suicide, had a family and everything. He did kill himself.
Happiness is key, guys.
So it's not just, that's why you need to understand just your free time as well. It's so important because it doesn't matter how much of a check somebody is writing you. If you don't have that clear headspace, man.
Here's
And
the-
advertising is
Let's end on this
dangerous.
punchline.
It's
Let's end on
dangerous.
this punchline.
Yeah.
Even what you've just touched on right now.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we guys pursue happiness over monetary thing. Because what happens is when you pursue happiness, the money follows you.
It will.
And you are happy when you do this podcast. You meet people
I
like
am.
me. Even
I
I'm
am.
right now, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Even I've gotten the vibe. I'm like, I want to have these
I wish
conversations.
I could say
with
the same.
It's true. And the thing is, with all this, that you actually, I know her. And they say, I was like, oh,
You wave and then you're just left there alone.
they just
again.
went away. No, I just realized, I know her. I didn't know she'd come back in Kenya. We grew up in the States together. She was with her kids and everything. I
Where
didn't
do
know.
you grow up?
I grew up in Alabama, southern parts.
For how long? For how long were you in the States?
All my childhood.
Oh,
I don't have
they...
KCP results. I don't have those.
Oh, wait, when did... Oh, I've been asking this. Why the fuck did you come back to this country?
Oh, my mom got cancer and she didn't want to die in a foreign land. Then, then I came. The dad, she sadly passed away, and So Rose, R.I.P.
Was that recent or?
No, that was like a little bit after post-sexual violence. I've been
around
Kenya
for
that, man. So yeah, that's main thing. So the Kenyan thing I would say is pursue happiness. Even what I realized this just a few weeks ago.
Well, that explains the American accent.
Is it that strong?
So it's not
my brother.
It's not these South B people who have that accent.
There are people with South B who have this accent. Are you for real? What?
Those people who do fencing for hobbies and everything. Bruh.
No, I don't have none of that. Even that's why, okay, one thing
even
about the
your
accent.
Way of thinking and dedication to work and everything, okay, it explains a lot about
the key thing I would even say is that I make my personality bigger than my accent. That's what I always try to do. Like, even if I was talking like this, I would still be I would still, no matter what it is. And that's why I even try to include some Kiswahili in my content. If you would see all my SimonSays episodes, I include some Kiswahili, although I have to practice the Kiswahili a little bit before I actually say it, because I do not want to
sound like a white person.
Yeah, exactly. I want to sound as Kenyan as possible.
Yeah.
So even my closest friends, I even encourage
them. Relatable, right?
Even my closest friends, I encourage them to speak to me in Swahili. I can hear, I can understand. My tongue is heavy. I've always been bad in languages, from Spanish, from French. I've just been bad in languages and picking up. So like, I have a heavy ass tongue, but it's still workable. And so then another thing, but wait, the key thing, happiness. The goal is that even when I realized, I had a discussion with this is now some person with my parents. Even we had a discussion about it. Like, it's important to it made me review like what do I want to be when I'm 50. Like, I'm not counting up how much money I've made. I'm coming back to happiness. Even right now, so I'm seeking impact. Hence why even when I came up with the Miss Githunguri thing, I wanted girls from Githunguri to actually not be afraid to say, hey, listen, I'm from Githunguri and I'm not afraid to say. Because the girls who come from rural areas, they always get that weird thing of like, no, I'm from Nairobi.
They from don't whatever, want to say where they're from.
And they have that. So I was able to give something like that, and they'll be, oh, okay. Now she's able to say, like, I'm from there. So even that impact, if I was to die, I can actually say I have an impact in someone's life. And I would say that it's important to pursue that, and the money will fall. Because the moment I made Miss Githunguri at that event, which cost me a lot, I won't lie, a lot of opportunities have followed afterwards. A lot.
I'll tell you what. These companies that keep playing with these checks, they don't want to write these checks. You know the tables are gonna turn around eventually. I hope you do know that, right?
Yes.
You won't be in those positions forever. Like, we're coming up, we're learning new shit every day. We're learning different ways of making money, and we will destroy you.
Oh my God.
We will destroy you.
You sound like a villain.
I can't wait.
I will come for you.
I just can't
Your mother, your grandfather, and even your sister.
Because let me ask you something. Can you imagine if like we were able to like just monetize and even like get AdSense money proper, like the way some YouTubers are doing it like in the States? Do you know how far we would be?
We wouldn't be able to sit here in peace. We won't be able to sit here in peace, and that's the truth. And
but it's all growth. It's all growth, baby steps. We're getting there. As long as we keep doing what we're doing, we will get there. Like, there's nothing that can stop us.
Exactly, and I appreciate you and your efforts and everything that you're doing right now. And even your podcast is a very good platform and everything. And what you're doing, what you've invested in, is actually very good. And I would even encourage you to even keep on doing this, because 6 months down the line, I want to come back here and we discuss like how far we've come, and that's what I want to do. That's the main thing, is that let's keep on doing progression, and let's even keep on like once you actually start something, let's keep on at it. People respect consistency. Consistency is respected long term, and no matter what you're doing, even if you're making porno videos, you gotta be the best at it. Get the better lighting.
You gotta be consistent.
Exactly.
You gotta be consistent.
But it's illegal in Kenya. But you know where you go to upload it. So then, I mean, like, from anything that you do, I mean, when you're consistent, and that's how you get better.
True.
That's how you get better, and I think that's the main idea. Let's be, don't think everything will come out like that, and do not be chasing the metrics, because when you chase the metrics, you will. That's what leads you to divert from what people love you from.
I'll tell you something else as well. You know, companies are making these young guys like start buying followers, numbers, and everything. Because every time you go to a meeting, people are just like, what numbers are we talking about? How many followers do you have? How many likes are you getting? How many?
Here's the best response to that.
Yeah.
Here's the best response to that.
Yeah.
So, do you want followers, likes, or do you want customers?
True.
End of story.
True.
I'm just gonna ask you. I can bring you customers. You can go buy followers and likes somewhere else, please, sir.
And that's
end of story. That's why
I told somebody this.
That's why I ended for you.
I've had a back and forth with
Go
a
buy
few
followers
people,
there.
and I was like, here's the thing: how many followers do you want me to have? Because I can buy them. That's easy to get. Just tell me how many do you want? I can buy those for you.
Just give me a budget and we'll buy them for you.
Let's work with the budget. How many do you want?
I'll
you
buy
can
you
get
bots.
But impact and all those other things, they do not. They come gradually by being consistent.
How many people do you want walking into your shop?
Yep.
Do you want people walking into your shop, or do you want people to admire you only on social media? That's why I say, guys, don't seek to only be a social media influencer. Seek to be an actual social impact.
I'm always
when you
talking
get
about
down to
impact.
that,
it's all about impact.
I can
bro.
confidently and stand up here and say with my nipples pointed forward that I've organized and made over 400 people come to an event that
That's
I made
crazy, yeah.
on my social media platform. And then also I did a charity event. I've also done I'm probably the only Kenyan YouTuber who has made a charity event under the brand that I have made. And I
That's
actually
crazy.
made a football game that I gave a trophy with my own money, and I asked the county government to help. They could not facilitate so much. And for me,
the county they don't have enough budget for
yeah,
things
even
like
2,500.
No, that's too much. That's too
2,500.
They don't have that budget, bro.
Even from their own
They don't-
pockets.
Yeah, even from their own pockets. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like some things, if you start thinking about them, they'll drive you crazy,
Yeah.
disappoint you.
And-
And I understand why at times people they come with so many expectations, and then it's just like, things don't seem to be. Think about how you can do it on your own first of all. Let them jump on the wagon later.
Because even
Let
that's
them
what I'm
jump
gonna do.
on the wagon
That's what I'm gonna do. A Miss Githunguri this year. I had to
Yeah.
postpone it from this because last year was hard for me
Crazy.
financially. Between September and December, I could not do it there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it in April. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna call you up.
Bro,
I'm gonna try
holla
to
at
do
me.
it. I'm gonna do it.
If
I'm
you
gonna do a
need,
Miss Githunguri right
actually,
now. In April, I'm gonna do a Miss
I'll
Githunguri.
tell you what we can do. As long as I'm free, if you need somebody to do videos of the ladies just saying something brief about themselves and everything. I've already committed to that.
Aye, Captain.
Partner me.
There
on
it
that.
is.
Just
And-
throw me in.
Yeah.
Just let me know in advance. I'll
That's
plan
good.
that. I'll do that because just that impact,
Yeah.
people don't realize. Because something small you do like that,
Zap.
bro. 5 years from now, you'll meet that person and
I
be
was
like, yo.
I'm hoping that any one of those girls that auditioned would actually go and be a Miss Kenya and they say that they started from Miss Githunguri.
Yes.
And who was
Yes.
made by a Kenyan
Yes.
YouTuber.
Yes.
That's literally, and not even that. Here's what I do. I offer value. When you win, you don't just win. I just joke one trip and then end of story.
Yeah.
How many Miss Kenyans do you know? I first for Cecilia Mwangi.
And you know why?
None.
Even just with the jiggers thing, that's one thing.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
And that's it.
all the rest.
You don't know that. And that's the thing. Mine, I've put it on TV.
Yeah.
I've done
Do
what?
that.
She's bigger than Miss Kiambu. I can confidently sit here and say I have made a bigger brand
Yeah.
than Miss Kiambu.
That's what do you call it?
I have done that. Me.
Just building their brand, right?
Exactly. I've built her to the extent now I want her now working with various things. I'm not trying to put put her in a nice music video, a nice one, not one
Yeah.
of those gangatone ones, a nice one. I'm trying to look for different ways. I've given her a photo shoot.
Ethic are waiting for her, bro. Ethic are waiting for her.
No, but she'll be alone, not being touched.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the thing now. For
yeah.
me, I'm management. At the same
Yeah.
time, I seek to, for example, you win. For a whole year, I'm managing you. One, I teach you how to handle fame because I'm going to put you all over the businesses, like the local businesses. I
Yeah.
put your picture there like Uhuru.
Yeah,
And then that's the people. Who's that? That's Miss Githunguri. Who's
and
that?
then slowly.
And I've seen
You
it pick
grow
up
into, like,
in a
this
small
everything.
country. It already has I've done the event once, and it already has almost 5K likes.
That's good.
That's it, and that's
good.
a big thing, and that's important to in a small community that is more entrenched. You can walk into Githunguri and people know there is a Miss Githunguri somewhere.
No, that's proper. And I
And that's-
just respect such moves because people don't understand, even the way you just mentioned, how many other Miss Kenyans do you know?
Yeah.
How many beauty pageants do we have in this country?
Yeah, it's like
every
CG, Miss Universe, something, tourism,
people
Kenya.
are flown out of the country from January to December.
Yeah.
But we do not know what they're doing.
Who are you?
What are they doing?
Ateke.
That's the thing. But you see another thing again, it's
Yes.
you can't blame them because they saw an audition,
Yeah.
they went, they won, and they're flown out.
It's just they don't offer the value.
So they haven't been trained to do anything. So they win, they just go and
I help, like for example, like I strategize. Like for example, if you were to search Miss Githunguri anywhere, you would see that. And even when you search even Githunguri town alone, even you'd see some of the pictures of mine. Even that's good, and I feel very confident. Notice how I'm feeling more confident in something I've made outside of myself, which gives me more validation. So guys, remember, it's about now building something, and you gotta make sure that you build something beyond that. But that comes after consistency. Guys, remember, I have over 150 videos over. I'm not sure how many. I have over 150 videos. Okay,
a lot.
Over. All right.
Yeah,
So I'm talking about something that's been doing for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not something I don't have 20 or 30 videos. I don't have 50. However, even though there's some people, and also don't do this. Don't start comparing. Saying, oh my God, they only have 50 videos and they have so many views and so many things are happening to them. Relax. Do not do that, because when you do that comparison thingy, you don't know what their struggles are, because even they could have so many views and they're not earning anything also.
That's
the same time. So you have to be smart and strategic.
And think about, there's so many things you can do in a video to get those views.
Yeah.
But
even if they're doing it naturally, that's not degree. That's not degree.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing it, like Rono's doing really good. I like Rono. Rono, you don't know Rono? Rono Chibet. She's does the show. She does NRG. Wow, no, she cannot even run upstairs.
Wow.
And Rono would take that very good. Rono would take that very good.
Wow.
Rono, I love you. Because she knows that. She knows I would say that. She knows I would say that.
I know who she is.
Me and her have interacted.
I know who she is.
I only insult people I've met.
And
so
you see, the thing is, like, she's doing all this just being herself.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I respect more than that.
Yeah.
Somebody's just being themselves and they're consistently doing that for your amusement, entertainment. It's effortless. This person can do this forever as they keep growing.
And you see even how much hate she receives, but she's able to handle that in a specific way. Yeah. It's important to even have that. And I will do a podcast with them. Even if they want to do a podcast with me, like the urge, like Simon, we want to get so much. I have some. Like for
That's
me,
just a bunch of cokeheads talking around on a round table.
Just you wait and see.
It's too much.
But this has been great, bud. I mean, like seriously, like I love even. Like we've gone over 2 hours almost.
We're clocking 2 hours. So,
like,
but we'll definitely do like a part 2.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things that I'd want to touch on, but I can't because of time.
Yeah.
And I also just want people to consume this, and then the next time we'll give them something different after the 6 months, just depending.
We don't
on
want to constipate you and then you get diarrhea. You know, that's not a good thing.
Let's give it time.
Exactly.
Consume this. We'll give you something else later.
Yes, indeed.
So now, a quick one just before we wrap up. Just one more thing I normally ask people around, just at the end of the podcast.
Go ahead.
What's the one thing that you think you're in pursuit of right now? That if you got it, it might give you satisfaction, happiness, better direction in life, and everything.
One thing, if I got right now.
One thing.
Okay, I found love some good. Yes.
We haven't talked about relationship.
No, I found. Can
we touch on it?
Yeah, let's touch on it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how's that for you? Where did you meet her? Online?
She actually. The thing is,
did she DM
baby,
you?
I love you. Okay.
She slide in your DM?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's the best. I think she's amazing. I tell her that every day. And I may come off as an asshole-ish kind of person, but the thing is, I would say she came up with so much positive. Like she said, "Hi Simon, I am just a person who views your content every single day, and I just want to appreciate you for all that you have done and everything. And I just want to just appreciate you." That's such a positive. I was like, "Thank you so much." That's it. She came to my charity event.
She did.
She came to my charity event that I did, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Hi."
And those small things.
Yeah, and then she came to my charity event, and then what I've realized is that I am actually friends with her, and she's actually my best friend, and she's actually very good, and I'm sure she's the one who's been vibrating in my pocket right now. It's getting my phone. So I mean, the thing is, it's actually we are on the scope of like we actually have real conversations that even when I was going through a weird financial state, I suppose even last year. Especially towards the end of last year, I would even tell her, like, yo, listen, as a man, when you're not able to like have a good financial thing, you become unsettled, you become irritable, and I feel a certain way. You feel even inadequate in some way. You feel self-conscious as a man when you're that way. If you're able as a man to even open up and tell your girl that, and she's able to say, "Hey baby, listen, I got you, and we're gonna get out of this, and we're good." And I'm like, now
people don't even realize how powerful that is.
Yes,
it's so strong.
That's the core of like a man. As an African man,
some of these ungrateful. I won't use that word.
Yeah, it's just with a B.
They just smell. They just smell like, yo, this guy's not doing well. they're all disappearing.
It's
They
okay.
just all
Like, and
disappear.
I understand.
But it's
because
also good because you tend to understand like these are not the people that are supposed to be
and
around me.
sadly, I would not even, if I was younger, I'm like 21,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have dated her. And the thing is, because I was not in the
Really?
mental state.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing is,
yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
when I'm in the mental state to actually be one, I've understood
We
myself,
need to
and
even
I'm,
appreciate
yes,
those small
it
things.
requires a great level of self-esteem as a guy
Yeah.
to admit that to a girl.
I'm not telling anyone shit.
And then the
There's
thing-
this chick I was seeing.
Yes.
She kept on saying. So all the time, like we keep meeting, she's just telling me so much about herself, so much about herself. And then one day after, like a month, she goes like, yo, I don't know anything about you. Like, I don't know where you stay. Do you have family? Do you have... I just like, no, I'm cool just the way... I mean, I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm good with that. I prefer if it stays like that.
Where you at in the relationship
I'm
journey?
single, man.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
are you like in that Tim, bruh? How you doing, bruh? That's my cousin. What are you doing? Like you've lost weight, boy. How you doing? Hold on, let me say.
She just met. She just saw his cousin, bro. But we're just talking about relationships and everything as we wind up for the podcast. And it's just at times it's tricky to find like your soulmate or somebody that you click with and look at it in a long-term perspective. It's not easy, especially in this generation of ours. Everybody's just talking about money, flights, sponsors. A lot of young guys are getting depressed, of course, because they can't match up with these lifestyles of chicks and everything. But you know, the only way to go, personally have been able to go through it is just like, I do not have the answers, but I do keep trying to seek. So if I meet someone, I'll go out on a date and everything. If it doesn't work, well and good and everything.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Sorry about that family.
Yeah, it's all
Family
good. Yeah,
family.
first.
I had not seen him in like a year, and he's lost weight. He's
I can tell even when you
he's
say
just a
that, it's
manager.
just like, what's a compliment? It's just like,
Yeah, he's the manager. I think Equity. I can't remember some bank.
sheesh.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a very good guy. One of those
Yeah,
good
so
guys.
equity should be somewhere like his management. You know?
Equity Bank.
Spell-
We is it? We are. You know, it's not. That's cooperative bank.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the slogan is. I forgot.
But wait, back to the thing.
Yeah.
Relationships. So the
Yeah.
main thing is even what you were saying about being. Are you in search?
Yeah, I mean, I go out on dates.
What are you
and
looking
stuff.
for?
I'm looking for a friend, though. That I won't lie. I'm looking for a friend.
Then now, may I
And
ask
to be
you
honest,
this:
yeah.
are you willing to delay your gratification? You know what that means?
No.
You're not willing to delay gratification?
What do you mean? You asked me if I know what it means. I don't know what it means. Tell
Delay
me.
gratification in the sense that are you willing to delay having sex?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Because I do want it.
Now,
And
here's
the
the
heart
thing.
wants.
Here's the
man
thing.
must eat. Man must eat.
yes,
bro.
exactly. Now here's the thing.
And this man just. Yeah.
I housed my sister. This is what opened my eyes. August this year, my sister got married.
Yeah.
Last year, sorry.
Yeah.
Not this year because this year has not happened yet. My sister got married, and I was humble enough to learn. I was practicing humility of 2019.
Yeah.
And I was humble enough to learn that, hey, listen, they did not have intercourse. And my sister went through the whole process. I was able to see the whole come to the family, all the processes that Africans actually go through. Even I saw the importance of dowry and why it's important. It gives a sincerity and a seriousness to the process that you're actually undergoing.
Was even meeting and
Yes,
those handshakes
like
and everything.
all
the
that. Yeah,
process.
I've seen the importance of that, and I used to have a progressive mindset into thinking that,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is like putting a monetary value on whatever. When you actually go through it, and you actually
Understand.
see the relationships that actually work, not the ones that are portrayed to work. Again, it goes back to the actual work. Like these ones have actually passed through 10 years. These are the ones that actually reach
Work, yeah.
Yes, not the ones that are portrayed to work. These, I saw that it's important to actually go. It gives a seriousness like, yo, we are about to do this. You're meeting my dad.
Oh, look at this person.
Hey.
Supposed to do an afternoon session. Okay, they won't know who it is.
So
anyway.
it's like, yo, I thought I could
No,
make
don't. They'll know. They will know.
Oh my God. Disappointment? How do you feel?
I mean, I don't care, to be honest. And I've said it enough
So
times in the podcast.
just give a nice comments. Okay, I understand. End of story.
Yeah.
Be
Okay,
nice,
actually,
be
that's
nice,
really
be
nice.
nice, be nice. Yeah. It's okay, I understand.
You
And
know,
just move on from that. We can do
I've
some other
said
thing.
this enough times on the podcast because like there's some people, that's what I'm saying, like there's some people who are complete assholes. There's some people who've made me come here like in the morning.
And you didn't get anything
They didn't
done.
show up and they didn't pick
Didn't
up their
text.
calls.
That's now the problem. Like for
So
me,
I was like, let me just
even-
focus on the people who genuinely want to do this and not try and force anyone to.
yeah, I see that. And it's also important, even like, even now, which is saying delayed gratification is, let's go back to the relationship thing.
Yeah.
And I saw that my sister, they did not have any
Relations.
and they don't have any course, and I was like, why is that so? I know how we have this thing like, hey, you don't know what you're getting into.
If it was my sister, I wouldn't want somebody to sleep
Yeah,
with her
exactly.
anyway.
Of course, yes.
So anyway,
I harassed him, and I was like, "Hey, listen, even you don't have this thing of, oh, you don't know what you're getting into. You might get married to a guy with a small dick, whatever, all that stuff. Like you don't even know what position in the meeting.
Yeah.
But what you have to realize is when you talk to these guys who are 50 years or 10 years plus, is that they never say sex is a number one thing. They say sex is as number 4 or 5. They say what? This person was my friend. We what? And you don't realize is that
Actually, I was talking to
sex,
someone about this, bro.
sex is
I wish she
something
was here.
that can be learned, and sex is something that you can actually adjust. Sex is something you can say, hey, hon, let's try this. And you can only do that with a friend who's actually able to listen.
I don't know whether she'd like it if we read this conversation.
Just read a little bit.
Wait.
The key, that's key
hold
thing,
on.
guys. That's a very key thing. Yo, we're having real deep conversations. These conversations are deeper than a porn star can go inside
Okay,
you. Go
so
ahead.
I know she won't mind this. So
Go ahead.
Just right.
Breaking news. Reading the text. The text says.
Okay, read from here. I'll tell you where to start.
Oh.
But just read from.
I start from. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
From?
there. Are
From.
you?
Hell no.
No. Are you?
Okay. So now the conversation starts this way.
Yeah.
All right. Are you born again? Lol. Funny. And he's like, oh, hell no.
Oh, that's me saying hell.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Now, his tone, his voice is, oh, hell no. Okay, that's his voice, okay?
Oh, for sure.
Are you born again? Oh, hell no. It's like, so serious. Haha, if it depends, it's gonna happen. But for now, it's not. Lol. You still lose lol. We need to discuss that. I will repent all my sins one day. No problem. Life on this side is still sweet. Lol. There's a lot of laws in this. And then it's like, yo, listen though. If there's no sex on that side, I actually don't think that I can. And then it's like, everything else I don't think excites me anymore. Very pretentious. And it's like, there is plenty of sex in marriage. And then he's like, married people don't have sex. Haven't you been told? And he's like, you are so serious. They have so much. The young ones. And he's like, someone is lying. Someone's lying to you. It's like, when I'm bored with sex, I'll get born again and get married. That's my motto in life. And then she's like, and what about getting married for companionship? And it's like, hey, well, that's what I'll be. He did typo. It was that, and then he said days, as if it's like NIV. You know those King James version. Days, then, these, thous, and thems.
Yeah.
So days. What I'll be getting into it for. Though that's what I'll be getting into it.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not getting into marriage for sex. And it's like laughing emojis. That's her. And it's like everybody wins and everybody's happy. That's him. It's like, so have you met someone to marry? And then it's like, not yet in this Nairobi toxic climate. Let me tell you, that's him now. It's like when you get someone decent, it's a nightmare. And then she's like, LMAO. First things first, if you're still using laws and LMAOs, that shows your age. And then toxic. But there's plenty of sex. How does that work? Oh, the toxic. Oh, there's toxic. Wait. Oh, the more toxic it is, the more sex is available. Can you believe it? It's like, oh my gosh. I have made this conversation very interesting, by the way.
Yes.
Like, and then he's like, yo, I swear, I'm not lying. I swear to God.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but that's exactly what's happening. That sounds so stressful. And she's like, yo, thank. And it's like, people need therapy. And you are coping, okay? Don't have a choice. I just have to. And she says, amen. Godspeed. So in other words, she's given up hope on you. And you're hopeless, but let me just give you some. Let me just give you some practical advice. Like the reason why. Oh, she's run away, or she's still around. She's still around, though.
She's still around. Yeah.
So the main thing is, I would like to say this, like for
Plus
people.
the other one has cancelled. So
So it's okay.
Yeah.
So let me just, even as you stretch this conversation a little bit longer, because it's a very fruitful conversation. I think it's important and beneficial to some people.
It is.
Because right now, I feel like one thing I feel is that analyze why you're seeking sex. Because sex breeds dopamine, and dopamine, you're seeking a high. And then because a lot of us guys seek sex for ego.
True.
And then like we had sex with that girl, like we discussed with our boys, yo, I had sex with that girl, that girl's pussy's stanky, or that girl's pussy's fire.
Yeah, it's
like
mass
yeah,
too,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, exactly. We do that for ego, and
Yeah.
we don't actually get anything of content. Like I don't want to be old and without for me it's just like you have to also realize your own thing. Like even me getting in a relationship like this right now does not mean that you should be in a hurry to get in a relationship right now. Maybe you've not met. For
The
me,
right one, yeah.
exactly. And the right one, it just happens, and it's so weird. Like why you're
I think
drawn.
you'll just know.
It's
right?
that's why I feel a certain way.
Yeah, you'll
like
just
I feel
know.
different, and I also sought last year. I sought just to find the person, just to find the person, and then when I found the person, and then I did not really think I was thinking of getting a relationship this year, and we're
But
about
you
to clock
found
in
it
our third
before.
month this month.
That's good.
End of and that's the thing.
And I respect that though.
And that's seeking in the sense that she's able to listen to me, and I'm able to listen to her, and I'm in that state of maturity and development where I'm able to, one, be humble enough to listen,
Yeah.
and two, be humble enough to even adjust, and three, be also realizing that, remember, we are in a team. This is the problem. We're gonna solve this problem. The problem is gonna separate us.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And you can only do that with someone you're friends with. You can actually now be on the same thing, like two.
Be open about everything.
Exactly. And be open to the extent that even I am open to say, hey, yo, listen, last night I was drawn towards someone. It was weird. And like I'm telling her stories that I would tell my friend.
My friend, yeah.
And then she'll be actually, and she'll come from a place of not, like she's not even jealous. She doesn't have that crap. And she's not
You're
even
just
like trying.
having a conversation.
She's not even like, I did reach for your phone and check out.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even tell her not to. Like she just,
There's no need to.
there's no need to. And when it comes to that, you have to realize when you're doing that, you're seeking insecurity to close someone. I allow you to be free. I want the best for you. So I'm your biggest person. Like I'm here to cheer you on. Like today she was feeling a little bit bad. I told you, hey baby, listen, today you're gonna have a great day. You're starting something new. She's starting something new, and I want you to like have an awesome
Just
day.
encourage her.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of thing, when you have someone there like that, hey,
Respect
bruh.
it.
Not even that. I think that because of her, I'm gonna be a greater person. Because when a guy gets the confidence of one girl and a girl that he likes, I don't need anybody else's approval. Any of my exes can come and say I have a 2-inch dick or whatever, it will not affect me. Do you know why? Because I got a girl who I love, who I'm satisfying, and I'm actually okay. And that is the most self-actualizing and most fulfilling thing. That's
You
why
don't
I
seek
say
validation anyway.
yes. And when you don't seek validation, you can actually be yourself.
True. That's true.
And that's the thing. And when a man can actually be himself with a lady backing him up, bruh.
Yeah, you're
I mean, like,
untouchable. You're unstoppable.
Like that's what I'm feeling.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Like my balls are swole.
Okay, yeah. So how we got to that? How we got to the relationship conversation?
Exactly.
You were supposed to say the one thing that you're seeking right now, and if you got it, it will give you like complete fulfillment, satisfaction, better direction. So you said you already got love.
Oh, what do I need right now?
Yeah.
In order to get
What are you
fulfillment.
seeking? What's that one thing right now you're chasing?
Right now, I want to get well, this year I'm gonna get my, I would say, financial wisdom. Financial wisdom, that's what I'm seeking this year. Financial wisdom in the sense that when I get money, how do I work it? And
Make it work for you or something.
and at the same time even seeking financial discipline. Not necessarily to buy something for perception of like other people, even to buy something that'll be of value
That
to
I
me.
never do anymore.
Yes.
Like nowadays, they just spend money on things that,
And
not
that's
so I get validation
Yeah.
or so that I can show off.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that.
that comes, and you realize that people start admiring you randomly.
Yep.
And it's so true.
Yeah.
And because and when you stop,
Plus, you just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you say like, oh, he's saying like that's too expensive. I mean, yeah.
but you wanted that thing. That's
Yeah.
the thing, and
Yeah.
it's for you. I don't need to post it on Instagram. I don't
Yeah.
even need to post it anywhere.
Yeah.
And you will never see, like, I only post 2 selfies a year,
2.
like maximum 3,
Sheesh.
and I've never posted her.
Oh yeah, don't.
And she's the thing, and the thing is, I don't need to post us holding hands or stuff.
I was just, who did I post today? Oh, is my phone connected? Let's try this out.
Oh snap!
Before
we
yeah,
are going to the
just-
phones. Here
No,
we come, people.
No, we are not calling anyone. We're not calling
No, I mean, we're
anyone.
going to the phones.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Okay, we are about to examine who he has posted and is it valid. And if
If
it's
the
something
info
crazy,
is-
I'm gonna
no,
give a review.
it's
You know me,
actually
I'm gonna
not-
get crazy right now.
It's not crazy actually.
All right, cool. Who'd you post?
Relationship, if I'm not wrong. Okay, hold on.
My
I think the last time I checked, you were in a relationship, if I'm not wrong. Didn't you ever
That was like-
introduce me to someone and say like, yo, this is my girlfriend?
I think so. It's
Yeah.
possible. It's possible. Usually when I am dating, I'm very private about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't. One, I don't date. I haven't dated within the industry, and two, I'm also just a very private person. You know, so I usually keep that private. And if I am dating somebody, I'll say I'm dating somebody, but I won't necessarily say who at the moment.
You know, Kenyans,
Yeah.
they'll try to smash your chick just because you've posted her.
Yeah, or just like, also, you know, it's a different ball game when you're dating in the limelight. Then you involve that person, you involve that person's family, you involve that person's life, you know, and so you have to think about those things and whether that's important for that person as well, because maybe
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not interested.
So that's
Kagwe Mungai.
yes, Kagwe. Yeah, exactly. And I
That's
think it's
exactly
smart.
what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's also smart. But if you, the thing is, at the same time, like, here's what I want to flip it for guys who post.
How do you like the gadget though?
Yo, it's nice. It's nice. Is this still recording?
Yeah,
is
it's
it okay?
recording,
Like,
yeah.
Even okay. Let me flip it for guys who
Mixing the whole
guys.
thing
Guys,
as
let me
well.
ask guys who have seen, like, for example, who is this Nameless and Wahoo? See, they post
Love
each other,
them,
right?
bro.
They
Yeah.
post each other, right?
Yeah.
But listen, guys, what you don't realize is these guys have had a foundation before social media for over 5 years.
So long.
For
Yeah.
over 5 years.
Yeah.
They had a foundation. So in other words, they've gone through some things
Of
in
course,
whatever.
for
So I'm
sure.
not saying posting someone is wrong. You can do that with their permission, but do that don't seek your partner to post to you for, like, you can actually quote unquote mark your property.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when you do that, that's showing your insecurity.
True.
And in fact, what you should be doing is telling them, hey, listen, I feel insecure about this. Like, why? You have that conversation. Like, even we have the conversation of, okay, why do you get angry when I get angry? Is it because your defense? Okay, it's because of that. We have those conversations. When you have those real conversations is when you can have real relationships.
True.
Not, why don't you post me? Not, why don't you this? Is have real conversations about yourself and
Yeah.
say, why do I feel? Tell them, I feel a certain way when you're nini and like when you post whatever, and that's how I feel. Like, for example, I felt a certain way when she kept on posting one person. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you have many guy friends, you can post other guys. It's like, you can do that. Like, it makes
Yeah.
me feel some type of way, and I don't
Yeah.
want the other guy to get
And
some
you're just only
ideas.
human, yeah.
And at the same time, I feel that way. Like, what do you think? And then I ask, what do you think about what I just said? And it's like, oh, then I hear, okay, seek to
Just
understand
have
the
a
other person.
conversation about
Yes,
it.
because the number one thing that breaks up people is that, one, when they say it's finances, because ego is invested in money,
Yeah.
and then number two is communication.
Communication is so
Exactly.
huge, man. Like,
Exactly. When you get those two out of the ball, you guys gotta clock in, and the basic thing is that you wanna grow. Like, I wanna grow with her. But at the same time, even there's another thing about relationships. So
Yeah.
we're ending with about the relationship. Kagwe was saying that don't posting out there. Like, if you want to post, but at the same time, when you post, also be aware that people are coming to your private life. If you notice that, even for me, I actually don't post anything I do personally, like, hey, I'm with who, hey, I'm with who. I don't usually post that.
Yeah.
I actually really don't. Like, only posted last year, I can count 3 selfies. Christmas with
3.
my family. One time I took some people on TV, and I think another 3 selfies. I think another random selfie. Yes, another selfie with another friend of mine. We just did a collaboration. Jerry Mothaka. She's a very funny person and a very
What does
nice.
she do?
She basically does a lot of social media campaigns. She's actually involved in PR and for another firm, and she's a very eclectic and vibrant person. And
Set it up for me on the podcast,
we did a
bro.
cancer video about, we talked about, because I lost my mom to cancer, then I lost my stepmom to cancer, and it was crazy. That's why I decided, like, let me give a story about my how I
Just
lost.
having that conversation, yeah.
Yes, it's true. We had a nice conversation about that. Although we did it in a SimonSays way, so instead of a podcast kind of way. So we had very nice,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was not one of those. I lost my mom to cancer. and
Something
no,
energetic,
it
yeah.
was this happened. But she has a book about cancer, and so that it is. That's my plug for you, and Jerry. You owe me. I'll see my invoice. So-
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's also back to the relationship. I mean, for you. Speaking as someone who is actually in a relationship, so
Yes, please.
So I would even say that what you seek is, I would say, when you seek to understand more about yourself and to be able to understand your shortcomings and being able to be aware of like what you exude. And you, when I told you 2019 was an eye-opening experience,
Yeah.
and shockingly is that I found someone who's very good with me.
Just
and,
connect with.
And it's been, we didn't start off on a good note, boys. I mean, I was an asshole to her. I mean, like, the first line was, she asked me, she was active, she's like, she asked me, oh, by the way, hi Simon, and Nini. She was introduced with her sister, because I knew her sister.
Yeah.
And she was like, hi Simon, and then she asked me, just like a random thingy, you know, she's coming from a fan's point of view.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she said,
yeah.
what's your favorite color, by the way? And I asked her, what kind of a fucking question is that?
Oh, my
Like, don't you have any
Lord.
more deeper questions? Like,
Just trying
yeah,
to
okay,
know
and,
you.
and immediately I was, and then and then I got her number. I was like, then she's, you know, I told her sister to
Sheesh.
text me a number, and she's like, yeah, my sister told me to text you because you want my number. What do you want? And then and initially I realized that I probably
you
was,
did, what you
yes, and
did.
I said that. Then we started going out, and we're like, wow. Like, it started from me being an asshole, and now here it is. I hope it leads to
And
something.
that's a story.
And I hope this leads to something, because if I'm puffing
That
up,
person said, thank you.
yes, exactly. Come from that. Like, it's you don't know, maybe later on. Like, it's good to be just general.
Yeah.
I say kindness is the most underrated thing,
It
because
doesn't
comes
cost
back.
you anyway, yeah.
It costs you only a bit of your humility.
And time. When
You
you're
see
shooting a
what you were
podcast.
about to do initially. Imagine if I fed into that. If I'd fed into that and I facilitated you to actually be an asshole to her.
I wouldn't even have ever done anything
Yeah,
else with
exactly.
her,
And
but
I think
just
I think kindness is the most underrated thing, and just be kind, and it's an investment.
But the only problem is, like, the communication has been so bad, because I've been following up since yesterday. No,
That's
no
the thing about
answer,
Kenyans.
No answer.
That's the thing about
In the morning
Kenyans.
again, I also asked again. Then
Try to make an event, boss. I tell you,
No,
people.
I know what comes with it.
deadlines, and that's why I've become empathetic to anybody. Oh, and another thing, don't seek advice from people who are not doing it.
They're not doing anything.
Don't seek advice from people who have the theory.
Yep.
Don't seek advice from people who just know about sex and have never had it.
And they're not even attempting.
Yes, exactly. And don't do that, because when you get wrong advice from people who are not practitioners. And there are a lot of people who are willing. Like, you know, people are willing to give advice, like, yeah, from
People
my
have
egotistic
people
point of
have
view.
opinions for days, bro.
Yeah, even my,
And you know what we can do to make this better?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what have you done?
yeah, exactly.
Let's start with you.
Yes, exactly. Abu,
Show
let
me what you've
Let me see
done.
what the heck this is. Abu,
Yeah.
let me pick this. Let me just pick this.
Okay.
Meow. Hey, Meow.
This guy.
Hey. Yeah, listen. Can you come back in like 10 minutes?
So yeah, we're almost winding up
Just
with
a
Mr.
sound.
Simon.
That was money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
You
Sorry.
cannot
I
not
had ignored
pick
his
that
call.
call,
I had
yeah.
ignored his call previously. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And he had. So the main thing is that don't seek prematurely ejaculated advice. It's
Guy,
like-
I'm just saying, that guy is interested in the gadget.
Who, the guy who just passed.
The old man.
Exactly. So even I would say that, like, even as a parting shot, first things first, thanks for having me here. It's been great, and we have gone way over our time. Way over our time. And
I will still do a part 2, bro.
Exactly.
It just means we have so much, and you know, we can actually go on and on.
Look at 5 hours.
If that meme card, and I know what happened. I didn't freaking delete my videos from Mombasa.
Oh.
That's why it cut off.
You in Mombasa?
Oh, bro.
When was this? December.
The past 2 weeks.
Oh, shiz,
It's been
Nichols.
crazy.
See, for me, I just came back from Bali. I just sobered up yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I was still hungover and I was in a meeting.
Right. I see, and talking about cameramen being production guys being drunk when they're doing.
No, I was hungover. I would never come. I was just a little bit mentally. You would not notice.
Yeah, it's just, you feel it, but it's not there.
But my energy level was this bit, and my creativity level is this bit. And that's the main thing. So this year, financial accountability, financial wisdom, and I know for everybody this year, 2020 is going to be a good year, guys. Let's make sure we flip our mindset from, aguna pesa ni nini. When you do like that, you get a weird mentality.
Actually, the energy that you put out, it's going to just come back to you.
Yes,
imagine.
it is.
Yeah, you start saying things are not happening. They won't happen.
Exactly.
They won't happen. You stay positive and everything, that energy still keeps transferring.
You will have a great year. You have a great year. You all have a great year.
Everybody gets a great year.
Yes, indeed.
No.
Yes, indeed.
I really do appreciate and respect what you're doing on your platform. Just thank you for taking your time. Even just you taking your time to identify and spot something that's slightly different and consistent and want to be part of it. I really do appreciate it.
It's been an honor. And this has been nothing but fruitful and even therapeutic to my mind. I feel like I've had a mind orgasm. Exactly. Because
guys, you hear that?
Yeah.
This is where you need to be.
Yes, indeed. Two grown men having two grown conversations. Yeah. This is very important. And if anything helped you, I'm sure you can leave a comment and let us know what you think.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, indeed.
Before,
Okay, cool. If you want to follow me on all my... I'm very consistent. SimonSays Maingi. You can literally get a fresh dose of madness and energy straight through your nostrils, into your head. That will give you a vibration straight through all your life. You will get more stimulant. You get more liberal. Your girlfriend will be like, ooh la la, you can do it. And then...
Oh yeah. At least you've used it. You've used it.
Very well.
The show is almost
I was
over.
waiting for it. Yes, indeed. I've been waiting. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So, guys, if this has been any benefit to you, please make sure you share it. Even share it to even tag guys who even you think that even should be listening to something like this, and maybe a piece of advice that we've given. Even the piece of advice that I've given, it just comes from my own experiences. I don't mean that I'm an expert. I'm just telling you from my experiences in a way that it would help you. So I'm not in any way saying that I'm higher than thou in any way. Even whatever you think that even could be beneficial even to us, leave a comment underneath, because we think that even maybe your experiences are also valid.
Nice. So have you put your plugs for YouTube, Instagram,
my
and
YouTube
everything?
channel is SimonSays Maingi. And ladies out there, oh yeah, you're over 54% of my audience. I know my audience analytics. I want to tell you one thing. You can follow Simon on his social media, and you can do it anytime you want to be with ya. Hey, Simon can freestyle. He will. Hey, yo, in the morning, anytime, yo. Hey,
This guy. We won't finish the podcast. So, guys, make sure you subscribe. Instagram, Facebook, the Kisscapades Podcast, all our social platforms. It's the only way you can show love and support. We appreciate everything you're doing.
Appreciation.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. It makes a very big difference, right?
Big difference.
Yeah. What else?
On that
Spotify,
note, yes.
iTunes, Castbox, all the social platforms. We're active every single week. 2 episodes every week.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap.
2 episodes every week.
Oh, snap.
Thanks for listening.
This is my
Thanks
birthday
for
month.
watching.
This
It's
is
the Kisscapades Podcast. It's your birthday.
Birthday month.
Okay, birthday month.
Yeah, that means my parents
we'll
had 9 months sex 9 months before this.
Oh, Lord.
Yes,
oh, Lord,
you know
guys.
it. You know it.
Goodbye, guys.
You know how I
Goodbye.
end it. You know how I end my stuff.
End it.
SimonSays out.